Fam, what's up? Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. You guys ready to watch some college football? Yeah, I am too. I'm going to be hanging out with you guys all throughout today's game. We're going to be chit-chatting. Got the scoreboard up right now for I'm watching Game Day too. It's dope. I love it because you have Coach Saban, right? This is ESPN clearly up in Dublin. Saban making his appearance. I love Coach Saban on Game Day. I think it is honestly such a genius move by ESPN. Honestly, I bet you because their ratings were starting to slip, right? Their ratings are starting to slip. Fox has a really good show, but now that Coach Saban's here, I want to see those ratings because Coach Saban brings ratings. Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube, having coffee, just chilling. I'm going to be posted up. How today's show is going to work, we're going to just watch college football together. You can dive in. You can dive out. We got the scoreboard. I'm going to take your guys' calls. We're going to have fun with it. This is the call-in line number, 205-850-1994. We're going to talk college football. We're going to dive into the stats. I got the scoreboard. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun today watching college football. Kyle Henderson and Bama Football on YouTube. We will also have some commercial breaks in terms of because I need to step away to maybe have a bite to eat or something like that. So you'll see this as well. This will come up on the screen. So you'll see some of that. But everything else, I think I might be coming in a little bit too. Is it a little bit too loud? Can you guys hear me okay? Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. We are celebrating the college football season. Coach Saban up on game day. And I just saw, let's see. Are they making their picks? Okay. They're talking about the Big Ten champion right now. Coach Saban has picked Ohio State. Thanks, Caden. I appreciate you, man. Have my door open to the office. Desmond Howard's picking Oregon. Pat McAfee is picking Ohio State as well. I got the TV behind me, so if I step to the side, I'm just have a clearer shot at my TV. I should have hung this TV a little bit higher. So, it is what it is. It's fine. But I appreciate you guys having a good time. Hey, Martha, I appreciate you guys. Oh, so I have a question for you guys. Can you, before this game kicks off, and it's on ESPN, and of course, watch it, hang out with me. I love it. I appreciate you guys being here. Kyle Henderson, honestly, we're watching the game together. We're celebrating college football. I have an updated scoreboard on the bottom. Will you type F if you think Florida State is going to win? Will you type G if you think Georgia Tech is going to win? In this game, Florida State is favored by, I think, 11 points. It might have slid down to 10.5. Coach Saban has just picked Ohio State to win the Big Ten. So did Pat McAfee. Everybody did. Desmond Howard picked Oregon. Look, I want to pick Florida State in this game, but I think it'll be tighter than most people think. Look, Georgia Tech returns a 1,000-yard rusher. Their quarterback, Haynes King, he's good. And the thing about Florida State, there's always drama within their program, right? We've talked about that before. Every single time, right? You look at right here, the last games that they played, these are the last 5. Last year, after Florida State had that incredible season, I get it. Their quarterback didn't play or whatever in that final game. But you still look to the games. They should have lost against Northern Alabama. Not against Northern Alabama, but they were losing, 13-0. The Florida game, whatever. That Louisville game was terrible. And those two, games later, they didn't have their quarterback. And then they go on and lose to Georgia 60-3. Even Kirby Smart had something to say about that. Georgia Tech, their last 5 of last season, they beat Central Florida. They lost to Georgia as well. But look at, they played Georgia closer than Florida State did. Beat Syracuse and lost to Clemson. Those are their last 5. So today, we're simply talking about Alabama. This is Alabama channel, but we're celebrating the college football season. Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. Type F if you think Florida State wins. Type G. Surprisingly, there's a lot of people that are voting. Jimmy's been on here with a lot of G's. I appreciate it. Man, a lot of people going for Georgia Tech with the upset. SEC championship? Wow. Desmond Howard picks Georgia. Coach Saban picks. Everybody picked Georgia to win the SEC. And here it is, the national championship pick. And, of course, it's on ESPN as well. He got Oregon. Desmond Howard is picking Oregon. Now, remember when I played this silly game, Oregon was a team that won, right? They beat me in the title game. I don't want to talk about it. I mismanaged the final minutes of the game. I still think about it, okay? And I'm playing year 2 of the dynasty. I don't even want to tell you how it's going because the computer, they ripped me off. I simulated a game, and it said I lost, which is complete BS. Coach Saban is picking Georgia to win Coach Saban's putting so much pressure on Georgia. He picked them to win the SEC championship. He picked them to win the title. I love what he's doing. Right? He's putting it all on Georgia. I love to see it. Pat McAfee releasing his pick. You guys got G? Okay, guys still picking Georgia Tech. What's up, Ephraim? I see you hanging out, man. Appreciate you being here. Let's see, Pat McAfee. So we got, for the national title picks on game day, you got Desmond Howard, Oregon, Coach Saban, and Pat McAfee going with Georgia. And then your celebrity guest picker, Seamus, right, is picking Notre Dame. I mean, he has to, right? What's up, Kaden? You good? Oh, you can take Peach. That's fine. The French Bulldog. Can you come show the French Bulldog? This is my son, Caden, and this is the French Bulldog. We have 2 of them. You got this is can you show her up in the camera?
This is Peach.
This is Peach, and then we got Pearl as well. 2 French Bulldogs. All right, dude. Cool. Thanks for taking her out. Appreciate you, man. You can if you want to order some food for lunch. Let's talk. Kyle Anderson, Bama football on YouTube. Notre Dame, and then Kirk Herbstreit picked Oregon, right? The weekend is beautiful. It's just, I get excited. This is like, college football's here. For a content creator like me, and I know for you guys out there that are, eager to see, college football, it takes a long time to get here. Once that season ends, it's like the Sahara Desert of content creation. Right now, it's easy. You just talk college football. There's so many angles. But how many, times do we go out there and we're just, trying to create content? So I'm happy to be here. Thanks for watching the game with me, Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. I'm asking you right now, if you haven't answered inside the comment box, who wins this game, Florida State or Georgia Tech? Type F for Florida State. Type G for Georgia Tech. I guess I'm picking, I think I'm picking Florida State to win this game. Hey, thanks, Keena. I appreciate it. Yeah, and Martha, definitely hit the thumbs up. Yeah, it certainly helps the algo or the audience, right? That's how I like to refer to it. Got the game coming up in just a few minutes. I appreciate you guys. But if I step away like this, honestly, I'm stepping aside because I have a better vantage point of my TV. So, me watching the game, I appreciate you guys. Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. It is game day right here on Bama Football on YouTube. You got Coach Saban on game. And the thing about Coach Saban is he has such a great, I think Coach Saban by himself, remember like a couple years ago when he had he was starting to mess around with this like ESPN little venture, and he was drawing players on the board. It was a little bit dry, right? Like by himself, it was okay. Even with like Chris Stewart, who does a really good job, it was a little bit dry. It's not, it was good because you like him talking X's and O's, but it wasn't it. You pair him with somebody who can dig out his personality, because Coach Saban has an amazing personality. This stadium is amazing, by the way. Are you watching this? These stadiums across the pond, right, are unbelievable. I can't even imagine playing in a stadium like this. And, Coach Kalen DeBoer was asked recently, what are your thoughts about Alabama playing overseas? Let me see this. Type O inside the comment box if you would like to see Alabama play overseas. I kind of would. Oh, man. The Lobos play today, too. New Mexico. They play today. Tony, what's up? I would like to see. I'm going to type O. O. Because I would be curious. You know what? I mean, Alabama, Notre Dame, Dublin. That'd be cool. You know what? Maybe not even overseas, but where where Alabama has a really, really big following? Mexico City. I promise you, there are so many Alabama fans in Mexico City. I'm telling you, like, Mexico City loves soccer and their football. They love the Raiders. They love the 49ers. They love the Steelers, the country. I'm telling you, though, like, Mexico City specifically loves Alabama football. Remember a couple years ago, there was a reporter from Mexico City who would call in on the Zooms and he would ask Coach Saban questions. He'd always finish off talking about, that Mexico City has, a great see? Robert, what's up, man? I'm telling you, because you could go to Aztec Stadium. That's where Mexico plays, their country soccer team. And actually, that's where, like, Cruz Azul, and if you follow, like, right, Germany or London, that would be cool, too. That stadium sits, like, I don't know, 110,000 or something like that. Now, it's a little bit rough. I know some people that have gone to that stadium, but I would like to see, Alabama, in any of these venues, just to continue to build the brand. Hey, Lax, what's up, man? I appreciate you being here, man. No, Josh, no. Coach Saban's good on game day. More Coach Saban, the better. Appreciate you guys being here, watching the game, hanging out with me right here, Bama Football. Look, I have my TV on too. I'm just catching up with you guys. We'll have a running scoreboard at the bottom. Right, we'll have stats. We'll talk about this game as it happens right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Kyle Anderson, Bama Football on YouTube. And next week, here we are. When you go to ESPN's matchup projector right here, and the predictor, 79% of the fans that have voted on ESPN Analytics have Florida State winning this game. Look, I think, I was surprised inside. And maybe we do have a lot of fans that are Alabama fans who currently live in Atlanta, right, and in Georgia. But I think a lot of Alabama fans also don't like Florida State. College football is back. Here we go. Florida State, their quarterback, think about all the miles that he's gone in his career. DJU, right? He's at Clemson. Then he went to Oregon State. Now he's at Florida State, and now he's playing across, another 4,000 miles, however many miles it is to Dublin. Wild. And you know what we're going to be watching today? All these Alabama players that are playing for Florida State. Malik Benson, he's healthy. Running back Roydell Williams. Terrence Ferguson, I guess, is second team. Do we know where Earl Little, is he on the depth chart? Is he playing? Somebody look that up. And then for Georgia Tech, their quarterback is solid. Plus, their head football coach under Coach Saban. Here we go. College football is here, the opening kickoff. I appreciate you guys being here. Angel, what's up, man? Appreciate you. Yeah, the double feature. I have to, bust open the Wingstop. We'll have some Wingstop. Here we go. Georgia Tech to kick off to Florida State. And we have college football, and I can't wait to discuss it right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I'll have the stats as well, so I might go full screen. We'll talk about it. This is from Stats Broadcast. Anybody can pull this up on your phone. This is a friendly feature. And then, of course, at the bottom, we will have, as it happens, stats, and I'll update the scoreboard, literally just the score. Man, I didn't realize that DJ was 6'4", 250. If I step off to the screen, it's because I have a little bit of a better vantage point of my TV. I might even go the full screen right here. But here we go. Florida State in shotgun. Wide receiver up top. Got Malik Benson on the field, former player at Alabama. First is a completion. Woo, man. Yo, is that, you know what? It's really amazing to see. That's Roydell Williams. I love Roydell Williams. He's out of Hueytown. Big personality and a really big running back. How many NIT interceptions? Let's say, I'll say one interception in this game for DJ. One interception. Roydell Williams already with a oh, wow. And it looks like the stats on this stat broadcast are messed up. They should be reversed. Man, Roydell Williams off to they're going to him. That was a nice little pass to him. I do have a couple monitors, man. It's crazy. I'll show you my setup. Sometimes I have 3 monitors. So I have 1, 2, 3, and then I have my TV in the back. The stats are messed up on this. I don't even know who these players are. They need to update this and like reverse them. So we might switch our stats. But Roydell Williams has 8 yards rushing and 12 yards receiving. Oh, I should have done DraftKings for this game. Another little jet motion for Florida State. Florida State moving the football down across the middle of the field. Ephron, man, what's up? I see you inside the comment. Yeah, so and how I've pieced all this together in terms of, running kind of the watch along, and I'm doing a lot of testing, but I'll open up the call-in lines in a little bit, and you guys can call in and we can talk about this game. Let's let it go for a little bit and then kind of provide some takeaways. And every once in a while, I'll hit you guys with the commercial break as well. Ricky Wright, what's up, man? I appreciate you being here. Current score is 0-0, Florida State, Georgia Tech. Florida State trying to cross the midway point. Another run by Florida State. Roydell Williams has 8 yards rushing. They have him as Peyton on this board. That's weird. And he has 12 yards receiving. I still go back to why Roydell Williams, left Alabama. I mean, it makes sense to me because, Jan Miller and Justice Haynes. But I think out of all the transfers that left, I think that was a really good move for him. And I think they'll utilize him. I mean, he probably rushed for 1,000 yards at Florida State, right? You can't do sports betting in Washington State? Man, that was another. Florida State's gashing them. And see, I kind of think when I look to Florida State's offense, how they're utilizing their running backs, right? They're already distributing the football to 2 different running backs. I think that's what you're going to see from Alabama as well. That's why you can't get caught up in, who's the actual starter. Look at Roydell. Roydell Williams is beasting, man. Jeez, that was a 9-yard carry for him. Roydell, type R. Let's hype up a former Alabama player in Roydell Williams. Type R for Roydell. I'm a fan of Roydell. I'm not gonna lie. He the way he's running right here, shoot. Type R for Roydell Williams. Already has 18 yards. They have him as Peyton on this on the stats right here. Peyton is Roydell Williams. Type R for Roydell Williams. He's killing it. There we go. This looks like it's going to be the first touchdown. Florida State has scored the first touchdown of the college football season. Gash and Mike Norvell calling for 1. Look at these. The stats are messed up on this stat broadcast, but we'll update it at the bottom and we'll keep it right. Wow, that was an impressive drive for Florida State. And Florida State goes up 7-0. Hopefully they update the stats on that stat board. It was a rushing touchdown. The drive was 7 plays, 75 yards, right? And when you look to, and they even got the score wrong. We're going to have to ditch this. Everything was wrong about this stats page. All right, I'm leaving this page. Florida State, they came out. And the thing about it is, your offense is always ahead, right? Let's see if we can find a better stat page for this. We'll just type. I think sometimes if you go to Google, I like that drive. Let me see. Maybe we can go with this one. Player stats. Here it is. This one's a little bit better. So on that drive, and I'll go full screen on this so you guys can check it out. DJU was 202, 17 yards. They went for 2. I didn't even see it. 17 yards passing. Roydell Williams. So we'll update this one more time. Wow. How do you guys feel about them going for 2 off the jump? 8-0. Roydell Williams with some beastly runs. 2 carries, 18 yards. Jalen Lucas, 1 rush for 19 yards. And if you continue to look at the stats, Roydell Williams also has 12 yards rushing. So, and I think this might be a little bit behind as well. but it is 8-0. And this will be updated here in just a second. Man, look, Florida State, and that's the thing. You know, the way that their season went, the top score will update, but the current score is 8-0. Florida State is leading. Really impressive drive. How do you record the game? You know, if you have YouTube TV, you can basically just, I think you can set it to record how you want. Let's see what Georgia Tech can do. Look, Georgia Tech should have a really good offense as well. We'll see what happens here with Florida State and Georgia Tech. This is Georgia Tech's first offensive drive. Kyle Anderson, Bama Football on YouTube. You're watching the game. The watch along, I appreciate you guys being here. Looks like a player's down on the field. And periodically, I'll take commercial breaks, so you'll see a commercial break tab pop up, and then I'll just jump right back in. So I'll hang out with you guys here. I'll take my first break right now. If you're impressed with Roydell Williams, type R inside the comment box. I'll be back in like 2 seconds right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Fam, what's up? Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. I'm back. When you look at the stats right now, you see that DJU was 2 of 2 for 17 yards, right? And you have Roydell Williams, former Alabama running back, for 18 yards. Looked really good on the opening drive. This is the first drive of Georgia Tech. The current score is 8-0. We appreciate you guys being here right here on Bama Football on YouTube as we celebrate the college football season with the watch along. Florida State up right now 8-0 on Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has a really nice running back, a really nice cut up right here. He's going to get close to the 40-yard line. Remember, he ran for 1,000 yards last season, so that was really impressive. Bama, man, who you want to shut up, man? Now it's raining in Ireland. Oh, used to it, right? That's why they have all those beautiful oh man, that is some rain. I just saw it. It zoomed in. Hey, everyone chill inside the comment box, man. You guys are good. See this? Look, Georgia Tech's going to be able to run the football as well. Another pickup of 9 yards. Here comes Georgia Tech on the other side. Get some stats coming in pretty soon for Georgia Tech. Let's see if this is updated on this other side. 8-0 is the current score. And they still haven't updated the logos on Stat Broadcast, which is really strange. I just wanted some updated. I just want them to fix those logos. It's driving me crazy. Georgia Tech has a really experienced quarterback, and remember, I mean, their head football coach. Man, this is a nice play. Here we go off the sideline. Could he get in the end zone? Ah, yo, Georgia Tech doing his thing. Man, holy cow. Yo, Georgia Tech up the sideline. How come we can't get updated stats on Georgia Tech on this side? Come on now. They got stats too. Man, that was impressive up the sideline. Yo, Georgia Tech. Remember, look, Florida State has 77 yards. Georgia Tech already has 66. Florida State an 11-point favorite in this game. Motion across. Georgia Tech had really good players on offense. Really good running back. Cuts up the middle of the field. Another 9-yard gain. Yo, Georgia Tech looks like they're going to put some points on the board right now. They still haven't updated this. This is driving me crazy. 8-0. It's Florida State 8 and Georgia Tech 0. First and goal for Georgia Tech. Pitch out. Haynes King is going to keep it. Ah! He stopped at the 1. I know, Martha. I don't know what's going on. And you know how A-type I am. It's freaking me out. Jeff, triple option, man. Deadly. Man, it's pouring over here. Can't they close these roofs over here? No, I want Georgia Tech to punch it in. I want as much drama on this game as possible. You got a touchdown by Georgia Tech. I think you guys are a little bit ahead of me. Yeah. Hey. Florida State allowed, man, that was a nice 6-play, 79-yard, 3-play, 24-minute drive by Georgia Tech. Now, here's the thing. Do they go for it? And go for 2? Look at these stats so far to jump this game. Total yards, 78 for Georgia Tech. 42 passing, 36, nice little balance. And Georgia Tech just kicks a extra point. You have Florida State 8, and you have Georgia Tech 7. Let's update our scoreboard down here. So 6 and 1. And the score is now Florida State 8 and Georgia Tech 7. Man, yo, the hat's fire, huh? Yo, this hat is from Chris Mobley in Tuscaloosa. I think there's one in Birmingham, too. I'm not sure. But what's up, DeChamp? I see you inside the comment box. Yo, that was a nice drive. And it is the weirdest thing. There is, like, no stats. Like, people won't post individual stats for Georgia Tech yet, which is just so unfair because that was a really nice drive. Huh. Weird. All right. It's also on Hulu. I'm watching it on Bama on YouTube. I'm actually going to get cable this week so I can be a little bit more up to date because I think YouTube TV has a little bit of a lag. I'll be right back. We'll take another commercial break. It is 8-7, Florida State leading in the first quarter. Be right back. Give it a Roll Tide inside the comment box. Fam, what's up? I appreciate you guys being here. Man, I don't know what is going on with that one site for stats. I'm telling you. And nobody has individual stats that I can find. Maybe I'm sure ESPN does. But everything else on Georgia Tech is messed up. So it is 8-7 in the first quarter. We do have the stats on the screen that we can go full screen on. And you'll see Georgia Tech right now with 79 yards, Florida State probably 80 after that particular play. Passing yards, 42, Florida State 17. I was really impressed with Roydell Williams on that last drive, right? You look at what he was able to do. I mean, they have a healthy dose of two really good running backs for Florida State. And I think, remember Terrence Ferguson, who transferred over as well? I would have thought he would have been the center this year for maybe Alabama, but he left. DJ steps up and looks like he's going to be wrapped up and gets like 4 or 5 yards. He doesn't seem that overly athletic. He's a big dude. He's like 255 pounds, but can you imagine if that was Milroe? Milroe would have ran for 40 right there. He steps up in the pocket. He's just not that fast. He was caught from behind by a defensive lineman. That's one of the interesting storylines, too, when you look to kind of college quarterbacks, is all eyes are on, DJU taking over. Florida State had a damn good quarterback last year. Florida State back to pass. Wow, nice pass right there. Poor tackling by Georgia Tech, and they're moving the chains. I kind of have a feeling this may be we'd have a lot of points maybe in this game, right? A lot of people took Georgia Tech to cover. It's 11 points in this game. So far, it's a 1-point difference. The tackling was terrible. Another completion by DJ out to the left. I don't know if I'll go up to the stats, see if Malik Benson has a reception yet. I was excited to see Malik Benson. Give this a second to update. I felt that Malik Benson was going to be good last year. He just never, I think he got hurt. And then, I don't know, he just wasn't good. I felt he was good enough. Remember in the pro day, he was like catching balls from Bryce Young. He looked like he was going to be an All-American. Run to the outside, looks like a little reverse, and another move down by Florida State. So Florida State's moving the chain. I like their offense. I do, I have to say. Now, they don't look bad, but neither does Georgia Tech. Damn, that is such a cool stadium. The transfers, they have Roydell Williams, Malik Benson starting, Marvin Jones Jr. from Georgia, and then Devontae Brown in from Miami. So just like the notable transfers that Florida State has, so does Alabama, right? We ran through all those. I mean, Alabama's going to have 3 transfers on offense and on defense and 1 special team starting. 4:20 left in the first quarter. Florida State leading 8-7. A little screen pass that I like, and it is dropped. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Right? Hey, Lav, what you think about Florida State's offense so far? It's wet. I probably had a little bit. No, you should have caught that regardless. Robert, see, you're with me, man. You thought he was going to break. I know, what happened with him, but just didn't have it last year. 8-7 still in the first quarter. Florida State up 8-7. Let's see what they can do. Oh, it's still 2nd and 10. Jeff, I know, man. We're just talking college football, man. Roydell Williams wrapped up. So it's going to bring up about 3rd and 8. But it's good. You know what? It's going to be interesting to see which team comes out on top of the ACC. They're going to get one in the playoffs. What transfers are Bama not talking about enough? Yeah, that's a good question, Josh. And Coach Kane Womack recently brought that up as well. He was like, King Mac has an ability to rise up during actual game situations, meaning scrimmages. I like that about him. But, yeah, we really haven't talked about him. Flag on the play. Who's another guy that we haven't really talked about? I'm glad that Geno Vandermark got a little bit of pub. I think he's going to be he's clearly the first guy off the bench for the interior offensive lineman, right? Having him being brought in. Because, Jaden Roberts swaps out. Geno Vandermark, he's really good. I have a friend and her dad has the same name as you. Who, me? Kyle Henderson? Or someone else, Robert? You know who's a beast on college football in your second year is Richard Young. Once you get into your second year of your dynasty, oh my God. Like Richard Young, even in year one, like when you first play like this season, Richard Young's really good. But the next year, he is so good. And so is Ryan Williams goes to a 99 speed. He's still number 7 on my game. And I've done the updates. I have no idea. So in year 2, I'm starting a freshman quarterback that I recruited. I know. Don't hate me. It's my dynasty. And nothing against the other guys. He's really good. 4th down, Mike Norvell going for it. Man, he's playing to win the game. Turnover on downs for Florida State. Wow. So they go for 2, and they don't get it. Wow. You go for 2 off the jump. Man, huge play. That's the thing about Mike Norvell. He goes for it on 4th down. They don't get it. I didn't really hate the play call. Good play by Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is playing inspired football right now. They're playing. They read the reverse rat poison, right? Everybody's been talking about Florida State this game. They're coming out. And I think you got to think, Brent Key, he's a damn good coach. Here's my prediction. I could definitely see Brent Key taking over Florida. after this next season. You swap in one former Florida coach for another, right? Because, look, in Billy Napier, I think he's going – at Florida, their back-end schedule, you're going to have to let him go. There's no way that they can survive that schedule. He's already on the chopping block, in my opinion. Brent Key, he's going to have a really good season with Georgia Tech. He's kind of climbing. That's kind of my prediction. How many titles do I think that DeBoer will win? I don't know. I mean, I talked about this yesterday on my show. I don't think that Alabama will go undefeated this year. I mean, it's too much of a gauntlet. I mean, fans are going to have to get used to teams losing games, and it's going to be fine. It's not knocking you out of the playoffs. And their schedule's tough, right? Jeff, you're right, man. Georgia Tech came to play 1,000,000%. They actually look pretty good. I mean, Coach Saban only went undefeated twice, right? And both those teams were crazy. I mean, that 2020 team, even the 2009, wild how talented they were. So I don't think they go undefeated. Jeff, did you take that pick, man? It was 11 points. Got to feel good about it, man. Right? Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. You guys watching the game, pop in and pop out. I'm just honestly celebrating college football with you guys. So, we'll talk about the stats as they come in. This particular screen, look at how strange this is. Just so I have someone to talk to. Look at these names. It's not even the right names. Everything's all messed up. We're going to have to bail on this. That's really weird. My thought process was, and I've used Stat Broadcast before. I don't know, it was weird. Okay, this is clearly a better interface. DJU, 6 of 7, 50 yards. Other side, Georgia Tech. Finally, we got some stats. Haynes King, he's only thrown one pass for 42 yards. Jamal Haynes, who ran for 1,000 yards last year, has 2 rushes for 23 yards. Singleton has a catch for 10 yards on the other side for Florida State. You see that Roydell Williams has four attempts for 24 yards. Lawrence Tiwakov, don't want to butcher his last name, has 1 rush for 28 yards, right? So Florida State has 9 rushes in this game for 69 yards. On the other side, Georgia Tech has 5 rushes for 37 yards. And now, of course, this will be their second possession of the game. Florida State's first possession was a touchdown and then a turnover on downs. We are yet to see what Georgia Tech does on their second possession. Robert's saying 11 points. I kind of, there was a lot of people that were coming to the show this week talking that the 11 points, that they were feeling good that Georgia Tech was going to cover that. Okay, they're showing Guinness beer. Do we like Guinness beer? Type G inside the comment box if you like Guinness. And like I said, I don't drink at often. Right? You're not going to find me. It's just not part of my lifestyle. Of course, I'll have, we hang out, we'll have a cold one, we'll have a cocktail, whatever. But Guinness, I have a buddy back in New Mexico who loves Guinness. You got to pour it, upside down. I mean, I've had Guinness before. It's not like I'm not buying it. That was a good play by Florida State. And overall, I think, who do you feel is going to win the ACC? Is it one of these teams? Is it somebody else? Mac Jones just posted something. Why do I have notifications turned on for Mac Jones? I love Mac Jones, but not enough for notifications. All right, Haynes King out of the outside. Florida State with 2 good plays back-to-back on defense. Now it is, 3rd and 15? I guess I'm still going to pick Florida State to win. Shoot, they might not even win this game. I don't know. There's a lot of fans. They're all bundled up. That would be the only problem about going, because maybe it would be nice to kind of cool down, but it's been so damn hot here. The only way to get the player's correct number would be for you to start a new dynasty with active rosters. Yeah, I know, and I'm not going to do that. because I've already been recruiting and stuff like that. So it's just set in stone. I have this quarterback that I drafted for my second year. His name's Walter Radigan. No, he's a lefty. He's crazy. He's so good. Some of the freshmen that you can get, like if you can get, because recruiting's hard anyways, but if you can get some of these 4 and 5 stars to commit, they're really good right off the jump. All right, here we go. So Georgia Tech has to punt. And, I think the first quarter has been eventful. Got a touchdown from Florida State on their opening drive. Same thing with Georgia Tech. Give a roll tide in the comment box. I'll be right back. Roydale Williams swallowed up in the backfield. He does have 4 carries for 24 yards, although that's going to go back. Yo, Georgia Tech is playing pretty good football. I'm going to keep commenting on this stadium. I love stadium architecture. This is like the dopest stadium I've seen. Looks like the end of the first quarter, we're going to go in with Florida State leading 8-7. Huh. Hey, if you're impressed right now with Georgia Tech, type in G. I'm going to type in G on this other side. Oh, let's keep that locked on there. All right, if you guys want to, I'm also going to open up the call-in line. So if you guys want to call and chit-chat about the game or whatever, I'll leave this on the screen for a little bit. So this is the call-in line, 205-850-1994. If you want to call in and talk about the game, you want to talk about Alabama football, you want to talk about college football, you want to chit-chat, line is open for you to call in right now, 205-850-1994. Florida State is leading Georgia Tech in the college football opener, 8-7. Florida State quarterback DJU is 7 of 8, 62 yards, 7.8 average. Roydale Williams was a former running back here at the University of Alabama, 5 carries for 21 yards. And Florida State has rushed for 66 yards in this first quarter alone. Interesting. Now, you kind of have to throw into the fact that the game it's starting to rain, and the running back for Florida State did drop that pass from DJ, right? That would have continued the drive. On the other side, Georgia Tech playing some pretty good football on both sides of the ball. Haynes King, who's a very talented quarterback, 2 of 2, 42 yards. Jamal Haynes with 17 yards. And then Malik Rutherford with a reception for 42 yards, which is kind of like a hitch, and then he made things go. So I think we got Angel from Pigeon Forge. Let's, Undefeated, when I take the call, will you guys give me a thumbs up on the audio? I've kind of moved some stuff around, so I just want to make sure that we get Angel in. Angel, what's up, man? Welcome to the show.
What's up, man? I'm watching this game right now. It's a pretty good game so far. Georgia Tech ain't laying down like a dog right now. They're actually giving Florida State a really good a good game so far. I'm actually impressed, and Brent Key's been pretty good with Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
Like the other guy, Jeff Collins.
Mm-hmm. I like the fact that
this guy.
I like the fact that Georgia Tech came out swinging. I think they were clearly the underdog in this game. Everybody's talking about Florida State, and why not? You look at the season that they had last year. I mean, and the way that things ended for them. But Mike Norvell, he's a really good coach. But I think people sleeping on Georgia Tech. I mean, they're playing some really good football right now. They trail Florida State 8-7. What do you think about Roydell Williams? He looks great.
He looks pretty good, man. I'm impressed with him. Actually, he's getting all the carries, and then Benson, he's been pretty good, I guess, for them. And I mean, he hasn't gotten off yet, but if they're happy going to Florida State, then fine. Like we're fine without you. I'm not really upset about that or anything like that. If you see the writing on the wall, you should leave, go to a different program. But so far, this game is pretty good, and Roydell Williams, man, he's as advertised.
He's great. Look,
as a solid back.
And the thing about Roydell Williams too is he still would have fit into the system nicely. I don't know, what transpired. I feel that Alabama, it would have been a crowded room having Jam. Let me ask you this.
I feel it's Justice Haynes though.
Yeah, but let me ask the undefeated this. Do you feel that the running back room would be a little bit crowded if Roydell would have stayed, right? Roydell, Jam. And do you feel that Jam and Justice are better than Roydell Williams? Yeah, right? Yeah.
Honestly, I think they're better than Roydell.
Mm-hmm. And I think they probably had a decision. They talked with him, and they're like, look, you're going to play here, but, you're behind these two guys, and that's just it. I mean, but he looks great now. I mean, he has, 12 yards receiving, and he has 21 yards rushing, so he's clearly being used.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised about that. I also have a couple things for you. What do you think about tonight's game, SMU, and are you gonna watch that game?
Yeah, then, I'll have all the games on, kind of in the backdrop. Florida State takes over as we start the second quarter, rush to the outside. Yeah, I'll have all the games on. I didn't dive really too much into the SMU game, but yeah, it's College Football Saturday. I'll probably order some Wingstop. That's kind of like something that I do on the weekends, and post up and watch the rest of the games.
Yeah, and Montana State, too, they're a pretty good team. They won their FCS title last year, the Jackrabbits. Or that could be right or wrong. I'm not sure. They're a pretty good team, Montana State, taking on New Mexico, which I know that Broncos there now, Mendenhall.
Yeah, that's their head
coach.
But you're not lying. The teams from Montana, they're good. And same things with the football teams from they got to DJ, and that was a nice sack. Are they going to call that roughing the passer? No, the teams that people sleep on are the teams from Montana and the teams from North Dakota and South Dakota.
Yeah.
Even in basketball.
Yeah.
Oh my God! They called this play a face mask right here. Did you see this, Angel? Oh, that was a face mask.
Yeah, I saw that. It's crazy, man.
Ooh.
And I remember Colorado, too, they banned that reporter guy. Come on, man. That's just crazy, man. Colorado banning people for asking simple questions.
I know. Look, that's
pretty butthurt about that. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw that as well. It was someone from the Denver Post, right, that got banned from asking questions. They could the SIDs and stuff like that. They could do whatever they want. I promise you. So, we'll see how that goes. Roydell Williams off a screen. He's going to be able to get more than a first down. Man, that looks good. That's going to boost. God. He looks great.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm happy. Glad he's playing now a different program, because it's kind of crowded right now with Alabama, because, you got Jen Miller, Haynes, Richard Young, and Riley. The room's going to be crowded, which I don't blame you. He could have been maybe a tight end too. I don't know, but he might be too small for a tight end. I'm not sure.
Yeah, man. Roydell Williams looks nice, man. Shoot. Man, keep feeding him. See how many yards he has receiving. Now, that had to go for over 25 yards. Anything else, Angel?
Yeah, I had to. Yes, and about next week too with the Alabama game.
Yeah.
I'm not really too worried about Western Kentucky really, and the rest of the season going forward, except for the Georgia game and the Oklahoma game. But really, I wouldn't be surprised if Alabama blows out Western Kentucky. And make sure they don't get no breathing room, because it's really important to shut up the naysayers or whatever about how Alabama's done. Oh my goodness, like they're done or whatever. I'm tired of people saying that. Like, Bama ain't going back any time soon, and they're just really tired of Alabama, which is good. Then do something about it,
Yeah.
That's what I tell them.
Man, so
But that's all I got for you, Kyle, man.
yeah. All right. Thanks, Angel. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in.
All the time, man.
All right,
we'll see y'all next week.
No doubt, man. Angel, my boy, calling in from Pigeon Forge. No, check this out. Roydell Williams right now. Is he getting the game ball? Yo, he has 27 yards receiving, 21 yards rushing. Yo, guys from Bama, right? Bringing it. And I like it. Look, I have to say that I do like Florida State's offense. It's just, look, did you see that right here with DJU getting wrapped up in the back? Like, I like their offense. I just don't feel that DJ has the athleticism to run it. He seems slow. See what I'm saying? I mean, he's 250 pounds. I mean, he's slow. Georgia Tech coming in the backfield. So, another good play on defense. But with that said, you have a faster quarterback. I think things change. Yeah, I can't wait to see Keon Sabb. I see you inside the comment box talking about him. Florida State to attempt a field goal. Ryan Fitzgerald last year, 19 of 21. Field goal is good. Okay. Nice kick. How far was that? That was a nice boot. 11-7 is the score in Ireland. 11-7. Okay. I like it. Another +3 on the board for Florida State. Huh. Did you see everyone pick Georgia to win that? No, I know. Roll Tide props. I saw that. So what Roll Tide props is talking about, Florida State just hit a field goal to go up 11-7. You see at the bottom of the screen. Everyone picked it, including Coach Saban. But Coach Saban already said, too, that it was kind of like reverse rat poison, right? The message is going directly back to his, former team. You don't think Coach Saban, still wants Alabama on the table? 1,000,000%. He doesn't want Coach Kalen DeBoer to fail. No way. That's the brand. I guarantee you, when think about this, he was trying to get Ryan Grubb last season because he saw what Coach Kalen DeBoer was doing. Great hire by Greg Wren. I'll take a commercial and I'll pop right back. Florida State leads this game 11-7. You're watching the watch along right here on Bama Football on YouTube. My name's Kyle Henderson. Catch up with you guys in just a second. Yo, what's up, fam? We continue with the watch along. We got 11 minutes in the second quarter. Sorry. This little mic thing fell off. Big drive coming up for Georgia Tech right here. Last time, I believe they punted. Florida State leading this game by a score of 11-7. Kind of an interesting score. We zoom into some of these stats right here. DJU, effective, 9 of 10. Really, the only drop that he had was that running back that dropped the ball out of the backfield. They rushed for 67 yards. Roydell Williams has 21. Roydell Williams also has 27, so he's leading the team in receiving and second in rushing. Over here, Haynes King, who has some opportunities. He's just 2 of 2. He's just thrown two passes. I didn't really like that decision right there. That was incomplete. I said that as well, Roll Tide Props, referring to Graham Nicholson. The guy was absolute must get. And as much as we all love Connor Talty, you want an experienced kicker. Chris, what's up, man? Give me a call, man. The call line's open, man. You can hit me up here in a few. Hit me up for halftime or something. I like this running back for Georgia Tech. He's solid, man. He ran for 1,000 yards last year. Has over 20 right now, 4 carries. And I'll put the call line number up. You guys want to pop in, call, talk college football, whatever. I'm taking calls today. 205-850-1994 is the number to call in. You can write it down real quick, save it. And then I'll tell you, I'll say call into the show. I'll put this graphic up and you guys can call. Haynes back to pass, throws it across the middle, connects to a receiver, moves the chains. Georgia Tech moving the ball, another first down. Haynes King now 3 of 4 passing. Save the number, 205-850. You can't text it or anything like that. I don't take texts. 10 minutes before halftime. Thanks for rocking with me right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I really appreciate you guys. Here are the stats. Man, this dude Haynes is a beast. I think you can see that a little, right? This is clear. Am I clear to you? And this should update in real time, I think. Let's watch Haynes King and see how quick it updates. Someone keep an eye on that for me. And I make up all this stuff on the fly, so just, I'm always doing different things. Let's take Chris from New Jersey on the watch along. Chris, what's up, man? Watching the game. We finally have some college football.
Kyle, my friend. Happy first day of college football. That was tough to watch Saban take Georgia for the SEC.
No, but it's rat poison. Really nice run by this Haynes.
He gave him some rat poison. He did it on purpose.
Man, Jamal Haynes up the sideline. Both these running backs for these two schools are quality, right? I mean, Roydell Williams looking great, and then right here, Jamal Haynes is an absolute beast getting across the midfield for Georgia Tech. No, but I think getting to what Coach Saban, he's a genius. Okay, we all know this. What he wants is to put added pressure to Georgia, and I think with that said, he does feel that Georgia,
Kyle.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Just overthrown by Haynes King inside the end zone, but he understands that, number one, it's a safe pick because they're supposed to be the number 1 team. They're supposed to win the championship. They have everything coming back, Kirby Smart. So what you want to do is you want to give them rat poison so those guys can read it. And clearly something is going on in that locker room because Kirby Smart doesn't seem to be able to control what's going on. So that means that the guys are reading this, listening to Coach Saban. Therefore, it's going to get into their psychological disposition. Now, I'm just making all that up, but right?
I'd love to see Georgia lose to Clemson early. Wouldn't that be great if they lost to Clemson early?
Oh my goodness! But you know what? No,
so good.
But would that kill the luster for the game September 28th? I don't think so, right? I mean, it's the first SEC game, so no, it wouldn't.
No, it does not kill it. So, Kyle, I got to tell you a funny story. I've been meaning to call you.
Yeah.
So last weekend, I was playing in a golf tournament, and with my best buddy John, and he's threatening to come to the Georgia game with me. So you might meet him, Kyle. So on the first day, there was a guy. He's kind of like a golf historian around the metropolitan area, and his name is Kevin Casey. He wrote this book. I actually have the book. I had it somebody gave it to me for a gift, but he was selling his book and talking about the history of New Jersey golf. And he had a Georgia shirt on, and I was like, "Oh God, Georgia!" And my friend John, he knows I'm a Bama fan. He knows. By the way, sometimes he's trying to call me for work, and I'm like, "Nah, I'm with Kyle. I'm getting ready to go on." So he goes, "Oh yeah, my buddy." So the next day, they had some spotters around the golf course.
Okay.
And because there's some fescue and there's some out of bounds. And we played terrible, by the way, FYI. And so one of the spotters is got like a Bama shirt. He goes, "Well, that shirt's better." And so we went and walked up to the guy, and he goes, "Oh, my friend Chris is a big Bama fan." And I go, "Oh, roll Tide." And goes, and my friend John knows that I call you, and he goes, "Yeah, he calls into a show." Kyle Henderson, and you remember this happened to me once down in Florida, Kyle. And I go, he goes, "You call what show?" I go, "Oh, Kyle Henderson. He's my pal." And he goes, "Kyle Henderson." He goes, I'm on that. I watch that show every day." He goes, "Who are you?" I go, "I'm Chris from New Jersey." He
Oh
goes,
my goodness, that's crazy.
I love your call. I go, "Oh man." And he goes, "Oh man," he goes, "Oh, I remember you used to call all the time when Saban. I call all the time. I still call all the time. What are you talking about?" That was the winter. Now we're on to the fall. But it was great. He goes, "Oh, Kyle, tell Kyle I said hello." I go, "I'll tell." So the guy said hello to you. So you got more fans than just me up here in New Jersey, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Alabama gets a lot of students from New Jersey to come on in. Georgia Tech right now gashing Florida State on the ground. Actually, Haynes King is doing a lot of damage himself. He has over 30 yards rushing now as Georgia Tech gets closer to the end zone. Right now, they are trailing Florida State 11-7. They score right here. They go up by 3 points. But I mean, between
Kyle, I write in the comment box.
Yeah.
Florida State is going to be overrated.
Oh yeah, overrated. I mean, look,
not as bad as like Penn State and Notre. Did you watch College Game Day? You see the Irish guy picks. I mean, obviously he had to pick Notre Dame.
Yeah, to win the championship game. I saw that. Yeah.
They could lose the first game of the year. Are you kidding me?
Man.
But I'm so excited for the season, and I wanted to tell you real quick because it's during that Saturday. So I know you and I talk about like we like this team so much, and Kyle, I've been calling you for so long, way before that when Saban was the coach, and I'm not just a fanboy, Kyle. Some of our guys have been interviewed, and I don't like what they said. And I don't want to say his name, but he got a Lamborghini to go away. After he made that great catch, he was like, he was real cocky, and it was a me. And I called you and said, I wish we would sometimes be a little more classy on some of our calls. So, that's been going, there's been some players that 10 years ago and even longer, but this team, we don't have one of those guys, Kyle. Every single guy, the next guy, Tim Smith, every single guy, it's like they're like, the reason why I'm saying all this is because, Caden Proctor, what a gentleman. He was so humble in that interview, saying, I know I made a mistake and I came back. He goes to DeBoer and to apologize. That's a 6'7", 360-pound man going to apologize, Kyle. So it's like, I do like that. I mean, I do have an affinity for this team more than any other team we've ever had because what we went through all together. But has there been one person that's been interviewed, a coach, a player, that you just I like the team more every day, Kyle.
Mm-hmm. Georgia Tech just gets on the board with a touchdown run. They have now rushed. That was that drive was incredible in terms of the length. Hold on, Chris. I'll get right back to you on that. It was
I'm watching this too.
It was a 14-play, 75-yard drive that lasted nearly 8 minutes. Georgia Tech has rushed for 17 times, 100 yards, capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run. And now we have, awaiting the PAT, Georgia Tech goes up and leads this game by 1 point with 3 minutes going into half. So 14-11 right now. Remember, the line on this game was 11.5 for Florida State. I think it shrunk down to like 11. But you know what? This running back, this Jamal Haynes, can run the football. He has 7 carries for 33 yards. You have Haynes King, the quarterback. He could run the ball too. He's more athletic than DJU. He has 6 carries for 33 yards, and altogether 18 attempts for 101 yards. Chris, I think you bring up a really good point in talking about Alabama and talking about some of these players. And it starts with the kind of the mentality. Now, I'll kind of rewind to a couple different things about when we're talking Alabama and kind of the mentality that they have this year compared to last year, what Chris was talking about. I saw a lot of guys like showing like the wrist and the wide. I'm talking about like Amari Niblack was quick to do that. And look, I get it. These guys are getting paid, but there's a way to, go about that. I don't really see too much flash yet from this team. I see them having fun in the locker room. I see them doing what teenagers do on social media, and that's do the funny dances and then give me my money, hey. But I don't really see, right? You know what I'm talking about. But I don't really see like the flash and stuff like that just yet. Hopefully they continue to kind of contain that. I see guys getting NIL deals. I mean, Jalen Milroe, getting the beats by Dre for the whole team is always good to see. But it starts with the leadership up top, and anytime that you have Jalen Milroe, look at the leaders on this team: Jalen Milroe, Deontay Lawson, Malachi Moore,
and they're all getting paid. They're getting paid from that length too, by the way.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Oh, by the way,
hey Kyle,
yo,
if somehow Georgia Tech wins this game, they're going to be calling that coach at Norville. They're going to be calling for his head. They're going to be. I mean, after they complained of the national championship, got embarrassed in that bowl game, and then they come out and lose in Dublin when they're supposed to be beat up. And by the way, you know how many times the college game day when they all pick the same team? It's like the college game day
curse.
Jinx. It's the curse. Yeah, thank you, Kyle. I mean, that is. You don't want. There's so many times where that. I'll go back. You know where the curse started? Remember when Appalachian State beat Michigan?
It was Michigan. Yes,
that was the start. That was the start of it. And Michigan, I think Michigan was ranked like number 1 at the time, and Rich Rodriguez, he lost his job after that season. So I hate Michigan. I hated Michigan before they beat us. So so it's all right. Well, listen, I'm so pumped, Kyle. This is going to be a great week. I'm excited. We got the game. What time's the game? 7:00?
Your time is 7 here in Tuscaloosa because we're on Central Time. We got 6 p.m. Kimberly, what's up? I see you inside the comment box. So we got ourselves a game next Saturday, 6. Yep.
Hey, are you gonna venture? I know you're slammed with your kids and everything. Are you gonna venture into any of the? Are you gonna be in the crowd asking any questions for with your press credentials? I love when I used to hear you in there. There's Kyle.
No, I'm covering all the games from home this year. So I've realized that, for me, since I'm just a one-person operation, I have to be by a high-speed internet at all times. I found out that through last year, I spent thousands of dollars going to the Rose Bowl. And clearly, I mean, you see the super chats right now. You see the fan funders, which are good. But when you equate that to the travel, the time, and the energy, it's the guys who stay at home and just stay online who are able to stay afloat. So I'm not salary. I'm not paid by any organization. So, for example, there's guys who just literally, think about Matt Be Great. I mean, I don't even know if you guys know who this is. He has 350,000 subscribers. All he does is stay home and talk football. So I have to, feed my family. I have to put money on, I have to.
The show is the show.
Yeah. So
I love the show the way it is. I don't mind it.
No doubt. I appreciate you.
Did I mind the old format when you had those other guys? I didn't. I liked it. I actually, to be honest with you, Kyle, now it's Saturday. I guess we could talk because there's not that many people on. Is some of those guys I'm going to be just between me and you, you're my buddy, but I didn't care for some of those guys, by the way.
I think the thing about it is there's
I did. I'll just say this so people know out in the thing is I like Coach Sean. He was the only one I liked. And then so it was, but the other ones I didn't think added to I thought took away from the channel. So with they're gone, no offense to anybody, but And by the way, I liked how one of those guys were like, "Oh, we're not going to have a top 10 recruiting class." Oh, well, do you like apples? We got number 2.
How
right
those
now.
apples?
We could have number 1. How about them apples?
Goodwill Hunting. Goodwill Hunting, right?
Yeah, yes. So
I got you.
No, Kyle, listen. I love what and I like when you share like the it's the format now is great. So,
no doubt, man. Appreciate you.
Don't. I just used to go like, "Hey, I can hear Kyle's voice." Yeah, you're right. All the stuff is out there, Kyle.
All right, man. Take it easy, Chris.
What's going on here? 14-11.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Listen, have a great weekend and roll Tide, and we'll talk this week, brother.
All right, man. Cool. Looking forward to it. Chris from New Jersey calling in. We got ourselves a game. 14-11. Florida State trying to get some points on before halftime. There's 2 minutes on my TV. DJU steps up. See that lack of athleticism. I mean, he gets the first down, but still, he's just a more athletic quarterback like a Jalen Milroe. Who knows how many yards he gets? Quick look at the stats right now. Georgia Tech has 9 first downs, but that last drive was really tantalizing. When you look at the yards between the two teams, Georgia Tech has 154 to Florida State, who has 49. Passing wise, Haynes King, he's only thrown the ball 3 of 5, but for that's interesting. DJU on the other side, 10 of 11. Rushing wise, this has been interesting to see Georgia Tech's running game, right? So time of possession around the same. And Georgia Tech leading this game right now by a score of 14-11. So I go back. I like the see if we can do the box score. See how that looks too. Yeah, I like the box score. It looks good. No, and that's the thing. I like Chris from New Jersey's call. Look, there, clearly, everybody knows that, people used to work for the channel, all that stuff. I wish those guys nothing but success. They're all good content creators. That's why I brought them on board. Clearly things didn't work out with a lot of them, but they continue to cover Alabama football, and I wish them well. At the end of the day, I think it's important to support all the content creators. I have to just worry about myself, and clearly like the brand of the channel. So, when you're a business owner, there's more ups, there's more downs, there's more responsibility. I like it that way. There's a lot more growth opportunities that you learn because you're like on rapids. I think, this year's provided a lot of growth. Roll Tide Probs, what's up, man? Speaking on Florida State, Malik Benson kind of disappointed last year. Yeah, I think he was banged up. You look at the stats right here on, I'll go full screen on it. You see that right now they really haven't gone to him. Just 1 reception for 4 yards. I have high hopes for Malik Benson. I really do. I think he's good. I think he has, to be honest, I think he has NFL potential. All right. Mr. B, what's up, man? I see you inside the comment box. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if Milroe throws for 4,000 yards. Let's do a friendly wager on that, Jeff. I'll say definitely over 3,500 yards, but 4,000 yards? Man, he throws for 4,000 yards. He wins the Heisman like walking away. Now, does he have 4,000 all-purpose yards? Yeah, because I think he throws for over 3,500 yards and rushes for over 500, so there you go. Man, the Little Caesar pizza is looking kind of good. Do we like Little Caesars? Have we talked about this? I like the Little Caesars pizza. I wouldn't judge anybody if somebody went and got a hot and ready $5 pizza. The only thing is and the score right now is still 14-11. We're inching closer to halftime. I think I'm getting hungry. Every time I start talking about food, that means I'm hungry. only thing about Little Caesars here in Tuscaloosa is the fact that the lady who works there, she's mean. There was a line. Roll Tide props. I don't know if Jeremy Bernard is going to be the kick returner. You're asking about K-Law, wide receiver 1. I would think that those guys are the first wide receivers that jump on, along with Kobe Prentice. But I think they'll have a rotation of wide receivers. I was in Calera last night watching Northridge and Calera. That was a good high school football game. Northridge won 30-27. Now we're doing more college football. Out to the outside, Florida State trying to get some points on. Still not at the halfway point. DJU still balling out. He has high percentage, right? 11 for 12 in this game. But the lady at Little Caesars, my goodness, she's so mean. Do we like Little Caesars? The best pizza here, 1,000,000%, is Hungry Howie's. Not even close. Not even close. There's not a look. I like heat pizza, and it's different because you have like restaurant pizza, and then you have like takeout pizza. Hungry Howie's is the best. 100%. What's going on, Florida State? You got to throw the ball downfield, man. Florida State has not thrown the ball over what? How many times have they thrown the ball over 20 yards? Chick-fil-A line ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Well, Caden worked at Chick-fil-A this summer, right? He started actually this summer he worked at Chick-fil-A. That place is always busy. Every single time. Dang, I didn't even see Kobe on the sidelines. No, I was way up on the Northridge side. Oh, there you go. There's your deep pass. Is that pass interference? Of course it is. He didn't even have to have pass interference on this guy, man. Man, it's not. I think I might be going for Georgia Tech in this game. I think that's what's happening. Modest Aniston, what's up? Block, I see you inside the comment box. Yo, look, Domino's, if you get the thin crust, it does slap. I might be getting pizza. Text K-Dog, want some pizza. Or wings. Pizza or wings, I just put it up to Caden. Look, if I'm going to place an order at Domino's, it's a thin crust, it is the mushroom, and it is the pepperoni. Hey, 334, hang tight. I'll get to you in just 2 seconds. Let's get to halftime real quick. 30 seconds before halftime on my screen. I'm probably a little bit. I think I changed to Georgia Tech. I thought that Florida State would win this game, and who knows? They still might. We're only at halftime. Oh my goodness, that was holding in the backfield? DJU downfield and incomplete, but there's a penalty behind the play. We'll take the 334. Let's see what we got. Hey, what's up? You're on the line with Kyle Henderson. Who am I on the line with, and where are you calling in from?
What's up, Kyle?
What's up, man? Who am I on the line with? Who's joining me this fine Saturday?
Jeff from Valley Grande, Alabama.
Jeff, what's up from Valley Grande? Wait, Mr. B said Marcos has the best pizza. Yo, Mr. B, I don't like Marcos Pizza. I don't like it. Jeff, do you have in Grand Valley? Do you have Marcos Pizza?
Nah, we got Little Caesars and Pizza Hut, and we got Papa John's.
Hey, who remembers growing up? We're going to Pizza Hut was like a thing. You could go into the restaurant, you could sit down, and they had a salad bar, and they had I remember that. They had like Pac-Man in the back, right?
Yep.
What's your take on this game so far? We're almost at halftime, 14-11. We're on with Jeff calling in from Alabama.
I picked Georgia State. Georgia State to win.
Mm-hmm. So you're not surprised by this?
I don't like nothing about Florida State. Too. I don't care if I don't care if Roydell went to the Florida State or not. I think he made a brash decision. I think he should have waited like the rest of the team did. And stayed, but I think it would, like you said before, I think it would have been a clogged running room. Somebody would have transferred either way you look at it. So
I'm impressed with him today, though. I mean, he looks good. I mean, you see on the stat line that I put up, he has 25 yards rushing, 27 yards receiving. On the other side, I mean, Georgia Tech, man, they had that really dominating drive. See, that's why. What is Florida State ranked? I guess I should have put that on the scoreboard. Are they a top 10 team? Can we look that up real quick?
They're a top 10 team. No, I think they're.
Oh, they're 10. They're 10. What? They're number 10.
10th, yeah, 10th, yeah.
Okay, I feel that. I mean, I felt these are the teams that I felt were overrated: Penn State, Notre Dame, Florida State. And that's why I was like, should I do a watch along for this game? Well, Florida State probably going to win. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, you know what? The most dramatic program in college football is Florida State. All the time. We have no idea how the second half of this game will probably be so, like, who knows what. It's like must watch TV all the time. And I think we always love to watch kind of the the aftermath of things going wrong with Florida State. I don't know why. It's just kind of addicting.
I like to see them lose. I don't really care.
Mr.
I like to see them lose. You don't bother me, man.
Mr. B, this is our first disagreement that he likes Marco's. I've had it just a couple times, and I just wasn't impressed with Marco's pizza. Who remembers little Cece's pizza?
Like Florida State since I haven't liked Florida State since the time that their president just basically said that we're going to run all over Alabama. And I think what would it beat them 27-6 or something like that.
Well, I went to that game, and that was kind of the downfall of Florida State. Like after Alabama rearranged their structure, they basically fell off. I thought they were going to go to like FCS or something.
got hurt too. That was a big thing.
Yes. But after that, now Mark Norvell has brought them back to be relevant. But like this right here, I mean, look at Brent Key. News before it's news. Brent Key to Florida next year or in the offseason.
Yeah, that's another question. Who do you think is going to be on the hot seat next year? I think it's going to be Freeze, Brian, and possibly Pittman.
I love all those. I think Ryan Day, he for whatever reason, he cannot get the job done at Ohio State. Man, Ohio State, you have every single thing available, right? I don't know why
That's a choke artist. That's what they call him, a choke artist.
Thank you. Right. And then you have Pittman. I see the thing about Ryan Day, it doesn't seem too personable. I like Sam Pittman. Like, he seems like a good guy, tough gig. Things aren't going right. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Lee G, what's up? I see you inside the comment box, man. I think Billy Napier.
Ryan Day, his whole thing is he spent $41 million of the boosters' money to get a team, to get coaches, and everything else they need. And if they don't produce a national championship out of all that, he's gone. That's it. 100%. There's no coming back from that. There's no saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to spend $41 million of your money. There's no coming back from that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, man. So I think those are all good choices. Let me ask the comment box, who else is kind of on? I guess the only one that I didn't agree with is I think that Auburn will keep Hugh Freeze this, for a little bit because I don't know. I just think that they've
too much money.
And they've kind of rotated some coaches, and he's recruiting well right now. So, and what are the standards at Auburn? Seriously. What are the standards? Exactly. You know what? I think Auburn would be happy, of course, beating Alabama and winning 7 games. Seriously. I think that they would be happy with that.
That's what they do. That's what they live for. They live for that every year. They went 6-7 for 2 years now. Mm-hmm. I think they went 5-6 the first year that he had them. It's not really looking any better than. Once they start losing games, all the recruits are going to leave anyway.
That's exactly what I said.
They're going to say, "Oh, I'm not playing for a losing team."
I know. That's why I keep saying for people talking about all this in-state recruiting, which they're doing, which is impressive. just wait. Like, the signing day isn't till the end of December. Things could very well fall off the rails for Auburn by that point in time. These recruits aren't going to want to go to Auburn anymore after they, have taken many on the chin, which I think will happen. Everybody will, but they're in that same boat. Here goes Florida State for another field goal right before half.
Another field goal.
I know, another field goal, man. I know. Yeah, this one is long. How long is this field goal? This looks deep. Man.
That looks like about a 60-yarder.
This is far. Yeah. How far is this? I think, okay, let me ask you, on a scale of 1, we've watched this game together now. Now we have a little bit of feedback. Okay, inside the comment box, how, on a scale of 1 to 10, be honest, take your Alabama fan hat out, just watching the game, how impressive is DJU for Florida State? 10, the highest? 6, kind of, need to see more? 4? Honestly, I'm going to – okay, Jeff, what are you saying, Jeff? Seriously.
2.
I'm going to say like 5.
2.
Like, okay, can you imagine? No, listen. Hey, can you imagine being a Florida State fan right now? Right? And like, I mean, they gotta,
they're losing it.
They gotta be having a meltdown because their quarterback last year is good. This guy is, I mean, he's 12 of 14, which isn't bad, but he's slow. He can't get out of the pocket. Let's see what happens with this field goal right here. I'm behind.
Oh, he's going to get sacked if he keeps on going this way against better teams.
Damn, he nailed it. Woo! God bless. Yo, that was a nice field goal. 59-yard field goal. Damn. Okay.
Tied up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 59-yard field goal.
Okay.
That's not getting in the end zone. And against better teams, that's not gonna help them.
But do you see
with better defenses?
Do you see my point though with Florida State? Do you see how it's like the most dramatic shit ever? Like a 59-yard field. You see, they ran off to halftime going crazy. That's Florida State. I can't even imagine covering them. Like I know
field goals.
Yeah, but I cover, or I'm friends with the War Chant guys. It's so dramatic. Every single time. This game will come down to the wire and someone will hit the field goal post and, it's yeah. So, all right. So
whoever gets in the end zone last wins this game. That's it. Whoever gets in the end zone last wins this game.
So
that's the way it's going. I mean, they held Georgia Tech just put them on a 8-minute drive, and they had the defense with their hands on their hips. I mean, you do that again in a couple more times. There's only so many possessions in a game now. Plus, they shortened the game since they started the new rules and everything. So
that was a 9-play. That was a 9-play drive for 34 yards.
It could be very bad for Florida State down the line because there's a lot more better teams on their schedule than what they're playing right now.
Yeah, I know. Let's look at Florida State's schedule real quick. We'll bring it up on this other screen. Florida State football schedule. Let's see. We'll use FBS. I love this site. All right. Okay. Let's just look at Florida State's schedule for a glance. On with Jeff. We'll go full screen. Halftime score is 14-14. You're watching Florida State, Georgia Tech, live score stats right here on Bama Football on YouTube. So they got this one that looks like it's going to go down to the wire with Georgia Tech. Then they got Boston College, a team which should have beat them last year, to be honest.
Yep.
Okay. Then they're open.
Probably beat this year.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the game is in Tallahassee, so we'll give them that. Then they take on Memphis. Remember, Mike Norvell was there, so, whatever. Then they play California. Okay, they're going to probably win that game. Their schedule's soft. Then they go to SMU. I could see that game going into, like, overtime or some weird thing like that.
Yeah.
Clemson, open, at Duke, at Miami.
Open. That's the win for Clemson. Sorry. Clemson's winning that one.
North Carolina, Notre Dame, open, Charleston Southern, Florida. This schedule's light for Florida State.
Yeah, it's real light.
14-14 at halftime.
Imagine if Clemson beats Georgia. What kind of what kind of shit is that going to cause in the SEC?
Oh my God, man, yeah, and we don't know. I mean, Clemson. Look, Dabo. People haven't really been talking about him. Let me go over these halftime stats real quick. All right, so at the half, Florida State quarterback DJU 12 of 14, 96 yards, an average. Look at this average. Okay, stay with me. 6.9 yards per pass. Florida State has rushed 17 times for 78 yards. Now, Roydell Williams, 6 carries for 25 yards. It kind of went away from him just because they had to put some points on the board there at the end in a hurry, or at least get into field goal range. Now, Roydell Williams is also leading the team in receiving for 2 receptions for 27 yards. A lot of that is a 15-yard off a screen. On the other side for Georgia Tech, Haynes King is only 3 of 5. This is kind of a weird game. For 53 yards, Jamal Haynes, who I think is a beast, 7 carries for 33 yards, and then Malik Rutherford for 42 yards. Now, Florida State has hit 2 deep field goals. He's been impressive. But overall, I mean, are you like impressed with these teams, Jeff? Where do these teams finish in the SEC?
I don't see FSU making the playoffs, to tell you the truth.
They lose right now.
I don't like FSU. I really don't like FSU at all. I can't stand them. They're not. I mean, like I said, I'm a Bama fan. That's the only team I do like. There's no other team for me, really. Seriously. But Georgia Tech's putting it to them right now. I mean, because they're showing that weakness on the offensive line for Florida State because they're gashing them. I mean, you can't do that when you're trying to win a championship. I mean, they moaned about not being in the playoffs last year. They would have got killed in the playoffs last year. Either one of those teams would have destroyed them. And that's all
Marvin is asking about Earl Little. Why did he transfer? That's a good question. I feel 2 guys that I wish would have stayed at Alabama. I get it. Caleb Downs isn't one of them. Like, of course, talent-wise, but I get it. He went for the bag, whatever. But 2 guys that I thought would have started this year, and I don't know, maybe not Earl Little, but I think he would have definitely competed for a starting spot. So Earl Little Jr., and I think Trey Amos, right? Trey Amos, he was good. I liked him last year. So I don't know, Marvin.
Good, yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know why Earl Little, but I like Trey Amos.
The thing about Bama is, though, as soon as they found out Saban was leaving, they panicked.
Yes.
They went into like survival mode. So we got to go somewhere else and play because, our coach is not here anymore. We got to go. We got to leave. And then Kalen DeBoer comes along, and people say, well, he can't recruit. And he's number 2 in recruiting right behind Ohio State right now. And he's got his team ready. He's got his team locked in. When you got nicknames for your running backs, but like Nick has right now, that's saying something because they're locked in. This team knows what happened last year, and they don't want to taste that again. They want to win that championship, and Kyle, I've called 2 championships. I called the 2018 championship, and I called the 2020 championship before it happened. So I'm thinking it's going to be a championship this year. I think that they got everything they need to do it. We got a new and improved O-line. Seth's still throwing balls over heads at Ohio State. They paid $3 million for him? For real? Seriously? $3 million? You could have spent $300,000 on somebody and got a better center than that.
Let's look at Alabama's schedule real quick. While I got you on, Jeff, and then we'll take a little break for halftime. How are you looking at this Alabama schedule? I'll go full screen on it so everybody can see. 14-14 at the half between Georgia Tech and Florida State here in Dublin, Ireland. Western Kentucky. All right, you like them over 30 points in that game?
Yeah, I say 70.
All right, South Florida. Alabama owes South Florida. You know what?
Yeah, we know we owe them a whooping, so we're gonna go in there and take it to them.
Okay.
That's the 2 cupcake games right there. That's 2 sharpen your teeth games right there.
Okay, what you got about?
Then you go to the Wisconsin game.
What's your thoughts on that one?
The Wisconsin?
Yeah.
We're going to beat them by way more than 9.5.
Yeah, that's what we're set at right now. You got 2 weeks to prep for Georgia. How are you feeling about that game against the Bulldogs? It's early. These are all hypotheticals, but, I mean, you feeling confident about that game? I think Georgia's favored by like 4.5 right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing that were favored last year when they played us in the SEC championship, and we beat them. So I don't think we have any problems. I mean, I think everybody is underestimating Bama right now, and that's a bad thing to do because when you underestimate a team, it makes them want to overestimate what you thought about them in the first place. So then you got Justice Haynes, you got Jam Miller in the backfield. Come on, if you can stop them, you're doing something. But I don't think you'll be able to stop them. Not with this O-line. As long as the O-line does what they're supposed to do, opens up, makes plays for the running backs, makes plays, that's going to open up the wide receivers and the tight ends game more too, because then the defense is going to think, well, they're just going to give them to the running backs and try to, and push it down their throat. But then they throw it to a tight end or a wide receiver and fool everybody. So that's going to keep defenses guessing on top of everything. And then the offense is going to score 45 plus in every game. We give them back to the old Alabama. We get back to the old-fashioned kick your butt Alabama team. That's what we're getting back to.
Eugene is saying that Eugene says this: I need this 64.5 under to come through. I don't like this 14-14 so far. I think there's going to be a little bit more points in the second half. I don't know what the weather is, but it was certainly raining early in that first quarter. I don't know if it continued in the second. I couldn't see it or not. Okay, Jeff, before we take our little halftime break, how are you feeling about this back end of the schedule? We'll kind of look. I'm telling you, don't forget about this South Carolina team. I think they're going to be better than people think. But just for the sake of it and for the topic of it, the back end schedule includes Tennessee, Missouri, LSU, Mercer, Oklahoma, and of course Auburn. What's your thoughts on kind of that back end schedule, Jeff?
As long as our O-line holds up and gives Milroe time to make plays, I don't think we have any trouble. I think we go do what we got to do. I mean, I know we're playing in Tennessee. I know we're playing in Oklahoma. I know we're playing in LSU. But I just think this team has a lot more confidence than they had last year. And then there's one more key thing to remember. Milroe finally has an OC that believes in him to do something. Because O'Brien did not believe in him. He said he should have been a darn running back. Mm-hmm. And Reese was a Notre Dame homer because he tried to get Tyler Booker in there to be the quarterback, and we found out what happened with him. He's a rugby player now for whoever he plays for. So I think that Milroe finally has an OC, somebody that believes in him and will show him, and not instead of just throwing him in packages that he's not used to or he's not comfortable to play in. And plus, like I said, the O-line is going to be a big contributor to that, making plays for him so he can run, so he can throw, so he can hand off. So we just got to, I know everybody's saying, sit back and wait and see. But if you notice the body language of the team on the interviews, it's different. The coaches are different. And I'm not, Reese brought us to where we was. Yeah, we made it to the playoffs. But that last play, why did we run the same play twice? They knew we were going to do it. I mean, come on. It was the same exact play up the middle, and they did it twice. Why?
Jeff, well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you calling in, man. Thanks for rapping with me today, and call again next time.
Oh, yeah. Roll Tide, brother. Right. We getting ready. Saturday, baby, let's go.
Yeah,
about to take over college football.
It's almost that time, man. All right, Jeff calling in. We'll take a halftime break. It is 14-14 at the halftime. I'm going to get me something to munch on real quick, and then we'll finish out the second half together right here on Bama Football on YouTube. This is, live scores streaming of Florida State and Georgia Tech, just rapping with you guys. So give me a second. I'll be back right here on Bama Football on YouTube. You'll see a commercial break, and then I'll pop back on here in a minute. Fam, what's up? We have just started the third quarter. That was a long halftime. Appreciate you guys rocking with me to celebrate the college football season, the watch along. You guys see me move around. I've had to do some like adjusting. I might add another camera because I have a small little couch in front of my desk for like watching. So we'll see. Hey, who plays fantasy football inside the comment box? I got pick number 2, and I got my fantasy draft taking place this coming Thursday. Do we have any fantasy football experts? Who? Obviously, I'm taking running backs and my flexes first. Which running back should I take? And you know what? Look at this. Look at this Georgia Tech running back. Oh my goodness, man. Woo! See, that's why I think, okay, roll tide rock. Who do you think I should take as my my first pick? Take a wide receiver first? Really? Tyreek Hill? See, because I'm the second pick out of 12 players in my draft. So, okay, so Eugene is saying a wide receiver first. Really not a running back? Man, look, Chris, I think, man, DJU is like, I'm just like, if I'm a Florida State fan and I'm looking at my quarterback situation, I'm not overly impressed. I'm really not. I think Jarvis, I agree. It's a good game. If I'm a Florida State fan, I'm a little bit stressed out because he's not elite. He is not. I will say this right now, as of today. Let me ask you this: do you feel he's an elite quarterback? I don't. And I get it. He is a pocket style quarterback. He's not mobile. You got to be able to run a little bit. I mean, is he better than Haynes King? I don't know. Dude, Georgia Tech's good. I mean, they got Brent Key as their coach. It's a good coach. Next coach at Florida. Oh, man, Christian McCaffrey. Oh! You know I'm a Niners fan, so yeah, I think if the number one person does, if he takes Tyreek Hill, then I'll pick CMC. 100%. Oh, incomplete. Man, 4th down. G-Tech's going to have to punt. Man. He's not elite. He's not. No, I am the second pick. So you think you're saying that the guy, yeah, I get it. He'll probably be the first pick. So my second pick will probably be Tyreek Hill. What would be the other running backs? Jets running back, Saquon Barkley. You know who I think will get touches this year as a running back? I don't know if you take him second or third, but I mean, I still think that Derrick Henry has a lot of miles on him, honestly, and I think he'll fit the system. This is a long field goal, and he misses it. Missed field goal by Georgia Tech, and that was deep. And the score remains 14-14. That's a lot of momentum right there. Man, you come out. Man, Eugene and Roll Prob saying the same thing, man. I'm going to write this down. Fantasy notes from the show. Kyron Williams. All right. I got my notepad out. So, Jean running backs. Is there like a sleep? Who are you guys' flexes? Give me some flex options too. All right, Bijan. Obviously CMC. Man, I think Henry still has. I think he still has it, man. And if you can get him kind of on the lower side, if he's like still around somehow, I like him because I think he's going to run with the Ravens defense. Time of possession. HA. All right, I'm going to write this down. Achan, Olave. All right. 14-14, Florida State and Georgia Tech. Let's see. Look, if Florida State, because I don't really feel that was a little bit of a momentum blow. Georgia Tech, because you go in and Florida State just kicked that, what was it, a 59-yard field goal. Going to halftime, you come out. Georgia Tech probably has a little bit of momentum because it's 14-14. You come out, and that's your first drive. I don't like it. Good adjustments. I mean, the wide receiver, I felt he might have been able to catch that pass. The recent Alabama running back in state of Texas, young, fresh legs. Anthony Richardson uses a sleeper pick, QB. A lot of people were talking about AR, right? Man, Jahmyr Gibbs is a monster. He's just not like the featured back, right? I think Detroit overall, we're talking NFL, Detroit, man, they scare me in the West. They're good. They scare me more than Green Bay. See, Chris, I'm with you, man. I think Derrick Henry, that was out of all places for Derrick Henry to go, that was the place, man, I was like concerned about. Because the Ravens defense is so good. Hey, James Richards, what's up, man? Tech is giving the quitters more than they bargained for. Man, the Florida State, let's see if we can we pull up the Florida State? All right, let's see if we can do this real quick. Oh, can we get an update right here? This is still relevant. So if you think Florida State somehow wins this game, type F. If you think Georgia Tech wins this game, type G. I'm going to see if I can pull up on this other side just some headlines to just see what Florida State fans are freaking out about. We'll go to War Chant, which is the biggest one on just to see what they're saying, the meltdown. Oh, pick right now inside. Who do you think is going to win this game? Type F for Florida State and type G for Georgia Tech right now. An updated poll. Incomplete pass. I think I might start The problem is ooh, that's a nice little lefty swing right there. Look at those golf courses. Man, he could roll them. Damn, nice putting. Clearly, Florida State has a better kicker. The guy's been great today, hitting 2 field goals, 1 for 59. But everybody's saying, looks like the majority is saying Georgia Tech now. There's Roydell Williams getting some. All right, let's just read kind of come over what people are saying at Florida State. This is on War Chant. We won't go inside the boards, but it says our safeties, DJ has no pocket presence. 100% agree with that. Plus, he can't move around. He's pocket style, but he just can't move around. Preseason rankings, I'm sure they're probably upset about that. Throw the ball downfield. That's what I was saying. This team does not throw the ball downfield. So far, maybe this will change. I don't know. They don't. And maybe it's, defensive schematics. I haven't watched the tape. It's just like, there you go. There's a pass downfield. And was it incomplete? Incomplete. Out of bounds. A lot of talk on DJ. 59 yards. They have a right to be excited about that. They're already talking about this kicker winning the Lou Groza Award. But hold on, because the real Lou Groza Award winner is at Bama. The commercial promoting Florida State was terrible. Didn't see that. I don't know. So if you want to go, Brent Key, show them what a real offensive line looks like. So these are kind of this is what's going on at War Chant. And if you want to read, their website or any of the other websites, go to their website and you can subscribe to your subscription sites. But I appreciate you guys being here with me. Yo, he was way out of bounds. There's nothing even to talk about. Was he? Was that right foot in? He might have got the toe tap in. Let's see. Oh, he's in. I think that's a catch. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. Toe. Yeah. I'm saying catch. There's the ball. Yeah, you can start throwing it downfield. His right foot was in, right? I mean, oh, here we go. Man, it's about time. This thing needed a major overhaul. We're taking a look right now. It's a incomplete pass was the ruling. He's in 100%. DJ up top is now 12 of 16, 96 yards. They call it a catch? Yeah, it was a catch 100%. Get the right call. Can't miss those field goals, man. 14-14 now, Florida State still with the football. Where they at? About the midway point. So they're about at the 48? Georgia Tech's 48? Georgia Tech's much better than I thought they would be. You know what? When I started reading up on this game, I figured this would be a close game. But they've impressed me. There you go. Throw it downfield. Incomplete. I like that, though. Let your quarterback throw it downfield. Malik Benson for Alabama. He's been targeted twice. Twice. He has 2 receptions for 10 yards. Former Alabama running back Roydell Williams has 7 attempts for 28 yards, which leads for the Seminoles on the other side. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a little bit, the font looks tiny on this side. But when I go full screen, you can see the stats. Haynes for Georgia Tech was a monster. 8 attempts for 69 yards. I really like this guy's game, by the way. Really, really good running back. Florida State trying to get something going. It's going to be 3rd down for the Seminoles. I think this game's been good. See if we can zoom into these stats over here. The team stats. Total yard. Look at this. This game is like right even. The only thing that I guess, 142 rushing yards by Georgia Tech. Jeez. 2 penalties. Not a lot of penalties in this game. Florida State trying to get something going. It's 3rd and 6. Big 3rd down. Oh, my goodness. Just throws it out of bounds. Huh. 3rd downs. Florida State 3 of 6. Total plays. Average plays. It's been a great game. I've liked this game. Sometimes, we refer to the kind of grass basketball, but I don't know. It's been fun to watch so far. It's definitely a great kickoff. 14-14, 4th and 6. Let's see what happens here. Florida State to punt it away. And they are punting. Reason I kind of hold my breath is because Mike Norvell's kind of, he went for 2 to open up. That was an interesting play. And it turned out to help them, right? Because they were able to get their 2 field goals, right? And a touchdown with the 2-point conversion puts them at 14. Georgia Tech has scored 2 touchdowns at 14, so 14-14. Take a quick commercial break and come back to you in 3rd quarter. 14-14, 3rd quarter. Been a pretty good game. Third down and 12, excuse me, for Georgia Tech. 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Haynes King throws to a receiver. It looks like he slipped, and Georgia Tech will punt away. 14-14. Eugene's out there hoping that they don't get over, what was it, 61.5, right? It's been a good game, 100%. Now, let me ask you this. I get it. It's the first game. You haven't seen any other teams play. Is Florida State, like, do they scream top 10? I don't know. I think that's a difficult question to answer, but I think we can all agree that Georgia Tech is better than we probably thought at the preseason. Are they a top 25? Probably. 64.5. I got you. They're good. And, things change. I mean, it's early on in the season. Teams change identities. But I think when I look to Florida State's schedule, which I think is we looked at earlier in the show, it's not that challenging. They win this game. They get a lot of momentum. First game of the season, national audience. I think this Florida State team is definitely beatable. And Georgia Tech's good. I mean, you're going to be ranked like in the top 10. You got to come with it. You favored by 11, you better come with it. Hey, Jarvis, what's up, man? I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thank you, Chris, for the support, man. Thank you so much. It's a little bit of a slower game, too. There's not a lot of, there's only been 28 points, right? How many touchdowns? 3 touchdowns total. So it's fun. It's kind of the ebbs and flows of the game. It's a grind. And these are long games, too, right? Now with the added commercials, you're talking like we've been streaming now for 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's going to be, by the time this game is done, it's going to be, 3 hours and 40 minutes? So we got, another hour and a half to go? Which is fine. It's football. We were begging for this, months ago. Here it is. Let's enjoy it. Let's have fun with it. I'm a person who really, really loves stats. So I think it really does paint the picture of the game. I don't even know if there's really been that, huge plays in this game, to be honest. Haynes King now just 3 of 8. Now you got to get that going. A lot of that has been, you know what? I will say this. This is probably one of the positives that I have to say about Florida State. Their defensive pressure is pretty good. I think they've been able to get some heat on the quarterback. Now, it hasn't translated to sacks, but, he's 3 of 8. He's under duress, right, which is making him inaccurate. So I think Florida State, their pass rush is pretty good. Their defensive line, and I think they were excited about in kind of reading about this team, Florida State's defensive line was supposed to be pretty good. There hasn't been really too many big plays. I think one of the big plays will be, Mr. B. It'll be something similar, man, something similar. But I think one of the big plays is probably coming out of halftime and Georgia Tech missing that field goal, right? I think that's the only marquee play that we've really had. And on the flip side is Florida State hitting a field goal from 59 yards out, right? Those have been the 2 plays that have been kind of the make or break of this game right now. But other than that, there hasn't been really any huge plays, no really big turnovers. It's been honestly a stalemate. Let's see what happens here. Florida State hands off to former Alabama running back Roydell Williams, who's going to get 4. Roydell Williams now with 8 rushes for 34 yards. There's some guy. Oh, he's from, of course, Australia. Yeah. Wow, there's this dude who's lived all over for Georgia Tech. Who's been to Ireland? I haven't been to Ireland. I've been to Europe one time. Eugene, what's up, man? Roydell Williams. Oh, man, he gets stuffed. Hey, Kyle, I always draft a wide receiver or tight end, wide receiver, quarterback, then running backs because running backs get hurt too much. I also handcuff my running backs, meaning I draft their backup. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I mean, kind of the wear and tear of the running backs for sure. Absolutely. I think about that too. And like tight ends, for example, I mean, I would think like Travis Kelce is a guy who's going to be, highly sought out. There were some games last year, what he catch for like 17 receptions in some of those games. I think if any, this is a great point, Jarvis. You know what we're also taking away from this game? Brent Key. Like what this is doing for probably more than anybody else, elevating his name. People are going to be the Saban, the Brent Key. It's going to be elevating his name, which is cool because out of all the former assistant coaches, he, just like all offensive line coaches, just like all the offensive linemen, they don't get a lot of notoriety. Him going to Georgia Tech, I mean, him playing right now toe-to-toe with Mike Norvell on a national stage in Dublin, Ireland. You see what I'm saying? Brent Key's probably getting the most out of this game. Man, Georgia Tech is laying the lumber too. No, I got you, Eugene. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the feedback. You agree with me about Brent Key? I think people, see, James, appreciate you. And at Georgia Tech, okay, now I keep saying that, hypothetically, Billy Napier, gets let go by Florida. Brent Key's a great option. Imagine what he could do with Florida. With the talent. I just don't understand why Florida's not good anymore. There you go, DJ downfield. I wouldn't even say that was like on the pass rush. It just kind of seemed like inaccurate. Hey, Chris, what's up, man? How to be a fan funder only on your phone? If you hit what happens when you hit that fan funder, that hyperlink that I add inside the comment box? Jarvis, that's a good point. And look, I think that Florida State fans I'm serious. They're probably concerned about their quarterback play. They're like, this guy can't lead us to where they want to go. I wouldn't be. Look, that's some pass rush right there. See what I'm saying? He can. I get it. He's a pocket style quarterback. He's got to be able to move a little bit better than that. Again, sacked. That was a lot of momentum right there. It's starting to get interesting. Woo, man. That was good. He was sacked again. Pressure right up the middle. That was a great defensive scheme. Right up the middle. Came. Georgia Tech's looking pretty athletic. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm starting to root for Georgia Tech too. Oh my goodness. Did you see that? It was on the punt return. Georgia Tech punt returner catches it, and Florida State is right there. Looked absolutely clean to me and cleaned him up. That's the hardest hit of the college football season so far. Damn. Credit to the dude for keeping the ball. Oh my goodness, what a hit. Ooh. Good wrap up. All right, take a commercial break. I'll be right back. 14-14, like 2 minutes left before the fourth quarter. Hang on tight. We got a good one. You know, I think, Mr. Hey, Chris, I saw you. Hey, can you tell everyone how you became a fan funder? Because I know you were just on your phone, so you could tell other people how to become a fan funder. Just $2.99 is to support the product. I appreciate you guys. It's not a lot, but when you add up, all the subscribers, it definitely helps me get by. So I appreciate it. That's how I'm paid, along with like super chats and if you want to be a sponsor of the show or whatever. So I appreciate it. Mr. B inside the comment box is saying DJ U isn't a good quarterback. He lacks mobility. I agree. He doesn't have the best deep ball. And yeah, I think Florida State fans are certainly concerned with their quarterback position. I think honestly, if I'm in the Florida State message board, chat board, I'm talking about who else we got at quarterback. I'm serious. I'm not impressed with him. I'm really not. And you know what? Remember, he's been overrated. Nice catch by a Georgia Tech wide receiver, C. Lane. That was a nice catch. It wasn't the best ball accuracy-wise by Haynes King. So, I don't think that he's the quarterback that can get the job done for Florida State. Man, Florida State scores right here. Look, I will say that Florida State's defense, that's the thing. Here we go. I think Florida State's defense is pretty good. Now, they've allowed 140 yards rushing because Georgia Tech's been doing a good job rushing the ball, but I think they have good pass rush, and I think their DBs are pretty good, to be honest. So then maybe that's their saving grace, but not really impressed with the quarterback play. Roydell Williams has kind of been the shining star on the offensive side. Georgia Tech can run the ball, man. This Haynes dude, he's tough. He has over 70 yards now. Man, whoever took that 11-point, bless you. And our boy Eugene, man, things are looking good for you with the under, man. You're at 28 points, right? 64.5. I feel comfortable right now. Haynes King, kind of a rollout. Ooh, barely gets the ball out. Dumps it out to kind of his release valve and moves the chains a little bit. I mean, it has been a good game. It's very even. Very, very even. All right, Chris Waltman is saying to become a fan funder. I just hit the money block and then membership button. Thanks, Kyle, has been supporting your work. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. No, you always come through with it, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I think we can get this page to reload as well. Haynes King is 6 of 11. Oh, my goodness. Ball's out. They got to the quarterback. Ouch. Updated over-under for this game has been 54. They're at 28. Yeah, take the under for sure, right? Unless it goes into some crazy... That's why I want to do this live stream for this game, because who the hell knows how this game is going to end? It's going to be dramatic. Anytime Florida State is on, it's like must-watch because of the drama. So Haynes King, it was a fumble on a handoff, bad handoff, and Georgia Tech jumps back on it to retain possession. Man, they're lucky. They have some momentum right now. Now it's a 3rd and 12. Let's see what happens. Haynes King back to pass. Here comes pressure from Florida State. It's completed across the middle of the field, and Georgia Tech continues to move the chains. Wow. Type G inside the comment box if you think that Georgia Tech's going to win this game. Man, who wins? I think we're all starting to flow to Georgia Tech right now, right? This drive, Haynes King is 5 of 5 for 61 yards. That was huge. You talk about, remember we're talking about like big plays in the game? That was a big play in the game. 3rd and 12, when you have momentum and you're able to complete a pass for 12 yards. Jarvis saying G. I'm typing G too. I think I'm going with Georgia Tech. Man, you want to see a meltdown? Florida State will melt. They were burned. I'm serious. If they lose to Georgia Tech. I knew that there would be drama. I knew it. Haynes King runs up the middle. He's going to get down to about the 2-yard line. Man, ouch. He just kind of stumbled along the middle. He's more athletic than DJU. Man, tough quarterback. Nice little block by the center right there. Haynes King has 10 carries for 29 yards. He has 114 yards passing. Man, that was a nice run. We're going into the fourth quarter. I'll be right back. Hang tight. Florida State 14, Georgia Tech 14. And Georgia Tech about to put some points on the board. They're at the 2-yard line after a Haynes King run. I'll be right back right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Fam, we're back. 14-14 in the fourth quarter. Man, I have a question for you real quick. I wanted to ask you guys. It revolves around this young man from Georgia Tech. Let's see if I can get the photo pulled up. There's our boy, Coach Saban. Looks so good. He just makes me happy. I don't know. Hey, are you impressed with Haynes King as a quarterback? Type Y inside the comment box if you are. He's like, I think, I mean, he had a monster year last year. He's been a little bit inaccurate, and I think a lot of it has to do with Florida State's pass rush. But he's tough. He's gritty. Right? Like, he's a gritty quarterback. I would type Y myself. Let me see if I can even jump in there. Chris from New Jersey in there. 14. Yeah, right. I kind of like this guy. He's tough. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, very impressed. Yeah, see? He's good. Yeah, I think so too. See why. Yeah, it was in... He's tough. You know what? You're right. He beat Bama, right? Wasn't he the backup in that game? Not to open up an old wound, but he beat Bama, right? What, like many years ago when he was like the backup, he came in. Now he's tough, man. 14-14, fourth quarter. Georgia Tech. What's up, Southern Red? How's it going? Yeah, he was the backup. Yeah. Let's see what happens right here. Georgia Tech going to get into the end zone, and it is a touchdown for Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has won up by 6 points, awaiting the PAT. Points after temp. Dublin, Ireland. Georgia Tech fans on their feet. Florida State fans shocked, right? Shocked. I knew it would be dramatic. They will burn down. Seriously. If they lose this game. Man, you should let's just go see the headlines at War Chant. It is 21 now, 21-14. All right. Look at these headlines at Florida State. This is warchant.com. So you want to go read them, go ahead. You can sign up for a subscription over there. Anyone else feel like defense is trash, fourth quarter, panic time? I'm telling you, it is going to be crazy, okay? This is going to be War Chant staff freaking out, practice reports. Are we about to leash the nastiest defense? Someone brought that up, right? They just went 90 freaking yards. Someone saying we're okay. Top 10. I'm sure they're probably talking about if they're a top 10 team. Terrible, terrible, terrible. DJ is exactly. We lose. Expectations lowered. Man, are we afraid to throw the ball? DJU is just blah. The O-line is not getting it done. Too much swag and praise. DJ has no pocket presence. DJU, total surprise. Zero faith. Look at this. This is already a meltdown. Oh my goodness. How can we be this bad with this alleged talent? Georgia Tech might as well bring the house. DJ ain't it. I'm telling you, this is all at War Chant. So I won't click to any of the topics, but clearly defense is I mean, look, you're seeing this is what you're watching is a real life meltdown. It's happening. Now, look, there's time left, but even if they are able to win this game, take it into overtime, whatever it is, look, I wouldn't put it past Florida State to still somehow win this game off a 63-yard field goal or something like that. They leave Ireland with a disgusted taste in their mouth because when we think of this team and when everybody else in the nation, guess what everybody's doing right now? Watching this game. And they're saying the same thing that we are. Nah, Florida State's not that good. Overrated, blah, blah, blah. I knew this would happen. Nice little throw right there from DJU. I knew it was going to be like this. DJU, there's 14 minutes. There's so much time left. So much time. There's plenty of time. I'm just saying, you can already see the meltdown of the fan reaction. Florida State trying. Yo, Georgia Tech's this team's good. See, Angel, Florida State definitely trash. Now, a lot of this is, we got to give respect to, Georgia Tech because they're playing a damn good game. Respect gained for for Georgia Tech, though, for sure. Damn, this linebacker, number 44 for Georgia Tech, has 8 tackles. 2nd and 9. Florida State wrapped up in the backfield again. That was Roydell Williams. Can't get anything going. Wow. 3rd down. Let's call it 6. Woo. Man. Oof. This is getting interesting. And think about it. Georgia Tech missed a field goal, too, coming out. So they could theoretically be up by 10 right now. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, though, right? Doesn't matter. 12:55 left. Let's see if this is a meltdown. It is 3rd down and 10. I'm over here on the side. DJU back to pass. He's able to connect with the wide receiver. And that's going to move the chains, right? Nice pass. There you go. Throw it downfield. 15 of 21, DJ. 125 yards only. Now, his completion percentage is pretty good. 71%, right? That was a good play. He steps up in the pocket, right? Releases it. Looked good. Huge drive right here for Florida State. DJ back to pass. Okay, not bad. 2nd down. This has been a great game. I've been entertained. I've been entertained. The 3rd quarter was a little bit slow because it was kind of like a stalemate. But we started the 4th quarter with a touchdown from Georgia Tech, so now it feels a little bit more. It feels a little bit more spicy, right? Go full screen and look at these stats. DJ 15 of 22, 135 yards. Florida State with the football, 4th quarter. 2nd and 10. DJ back to pass over the middle of the field. Beautiful ball. Love that. RPO, that's a run pass option. Okay. Here we go. I like that. There you go. You know, let DJ, he seems a little bit more comfortable right now. Okay, that I had to be honest. That was impressive. I did like that. 150 passing. Here I am. Okay, don't do that. Okay, they like ran it up the middle with DJ. Roydell Williams, who had 24 yards in the first half, only has 36 right now. Gotta keep the momentum. What's up, Southern Red? Appreciate you being here. Might have to add another camera. Watch how the jinx work. Right, Robert? Always, man. Let's see. This looks like a pretty good job for Florida State so far. 2nd and 7. Looks like no gain. Thanks, Lav. I appreciate you. 3rd down for Florida State. 54 up in the house. I appreciate you guys being here. Look, okay, this is what we're going to do. We'll finish out the game, and then you guys call in real quick, and we'll do like a meltdown for Florida State. You give me your quick assessment of Florida State if they lose, right? Either way, we'll do it. But I'll open up the phone lines again after, and we can kind of like sound off and see how it goes. 10 minutes. There's still a lot. Look, either way, Florida State leaves this game stressed already. Your 8-hour flight back home, you're stressed. DJ, back to pass. Incomplete. Yo, James, I'm telling you, man, they're good. I can't wait to see this Georgia Tech team. They're going to win some games for sure. Let's see. Let's pull up their schedule. Common opponent. Of course, they play Georgia Tech. Okay, get out of this screen. All right, so this is Georgia Tech's schedule, what we're looking at. We'll talk about it after this play right here. 4th and 7 for Florida State. Of course, yeah. Oh, 4th and 7, they're going for it. They're at the Georgia Tech, let's call it the 40-yard line. DJ back to pass, wide open, finds a receiver, and they move the chains. They got it on 4th down. Great play. This is Georgia Tech's schedule. That was excellent. And dramatic. It was wide open across the middle of the field. Linebackers kind of exited out, and then find a wide receiver. This is Georgia Tech's schedule. Florida State, Georgia State, Syracuse, VMI, Louisville, Duke, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Virginia Tech. They got a favorable schedule. Wrapped up in the backfield, second in, 9? This game's getting exciting. What could happen? And Florida State's field goal kicker, he's got range. Not to say that they're going to kick a field goal. He's got range. He hit a 59-yarder. This drive has been impressive for DJ. He's done a great job. Now 17 of 25 passing, 170 yards. Hasn't thrown a touchdown yet. Let's see what happens. Douglas has 4 receptions, 55 yards for Florida State. Roydell for about 4 yards. 21-14. 8:44 left in the game. It's been a good game, right? Honestly, this has been an entertaining game. And I kind of like it. It's kind of like old school. There's not like it's not like 60-60. It's kind of just 21-14. This respectable matchup. Here we go. It's a 3rd and 9 for Florida State. They're at the, let's call it, 22-yard line. Little run, it goes nowhere. So what are they going to do? 4th down. Man, you know what? Hey, Lav, they should have DJ's been feeling it this drive. 4th down, big 4th down. And is Mike Norvell, looks like he's going to call is he going to call a timeout here? No, he's not going to call a timeout. Looks like they're going for it on 4th down. Lav is like 5 seconds ahead of us. He's got cable. The rest of us got YouTube TV. Oh, Jarvis, I'm loving it, dude. More than I expect, Kyle. What's up, Robert? Thanks for joining us, man. All right, 4th and 8. Let's see what happens here. 7 minutes and 20 left. Georgia Tech bringing the heat. DJ back to pass. It is to Malik Benson, who's down at the 2-yard line. Good, man, that was very impressive. Malik Benson comes off, former Alabama player, on 4th down. They have converted 2 4th downs, right? Malik Benson, really nice move right there. Catches it, and he's down at the 2-yard line, let's say. 2 4th downs they have converted. Mike Norvell's had to riverboat gamble against Brent Key. And looks like it's going to set up a touchdown. Lav's a little bit ahead of us. Man, you know what? That was an impressive job by Florida State. Roydell Williams. So think about this, fam. Malik Benson with the 4th down completion to another former Alabama player, Roydell Williams. He gets in the end zone, and it is now 21-20. We will update the scoreboard over here. 21-20. We are awaiting the PAT. 2 former Bama players doing their thing late in the game. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what, Jarvison? I think and the PAT is good. So we go to a tie game with 6 minutes left. Okay, so here's the thing about this is a good game. Here's the thing about Malik Benson. Malik, this is a hell of a game, by the way. All right. And that last drive was good. Okay. If I'm a Florida State fan, there was 15 plays, 84 yards, and lasted 8 minutes and 18 seconds. They had to convert not 1, but 2 4th downs. They go for it. And on each 4th down, DJ completes 2 passes that move the chains. The second one was to Malik Benson, who got to the 2-yard line. And then after that, they feed Roydell Williams for a touchdown. Right. And C-Dub, you can't, man. That was great. Really good execution by Florida State. That gives, if Florida State executes like that last drive, I'm feeling much better. And that's the thing about the Florida State. Let's go back to their message board and see now what they're saying in real time. All right. Okay. This will be fun. Okay. How about those 4th and 7 and 4th and 8 conversions? 100%. Norvell's play calling is horrendous. I don't know. They did a pretty good job, on this last time in terms of execution. I felt DJ looked a lot better. Line of scrimmage, I think Georgia Tech probably winning that in terms of defense versus offense. Now, on the other side, Florida State's been pretty good. DJ has no pocket presence. We talked about that. Kudos to DJU on 4th down, 100%. And then 3rd and 9, we run inside. I didn't understand that. That play calling that was strange because it basically set up your 4th down. So I don't know, watching War Chant in real time. But I don't know. I mean, let me ask you this now. Are you still feeling confident? Type F, type G. Type F if you think Florida State wins this game. Type G if you feel that Georgia Tech still hangs on. We got ourselves a really good game. And to be honest, I think considering that Florida State just got 2 critical 4th downs and punched in the end zone, I think that they have the momentum right now. I think, Georgia Tech feeling it. I mean, the worst thing that Georgia Tech does is come out and go like 3 and out. Need a really big play. That was a great drive. Man, that was a long drive. Jeez. 15 plays, 84 yards. Wow. Really, really impressive. All right, we still got people going for Georgia Tech. Nobody's buying the Florida State. I said, I keep going back and forth. I'm waffling. I think I'm going to say Florida State now wins. I don't know. I just think that the reason I'm saying it is because I've been watching Florida State over the last 4 or 5 years, ever since they played Bama, right? And it's just drama. I would love to cover Florida State in terms of from the drama standpoint. I got a little taste of it, covering Coach Saban, right, when he retired. But there's not a lot of drama for Alabama, right? There's not. Florida State, because drama drives ratings, right? You see Paul Feinbaum. The ratings, I can't even imagine how many people will be on their postgame show. Right? Georgia Tech by 3. Either way, they're covering. 42 points right now for the total. DJ did a really good job on that last drive. Now 19 of 27 for 193 yards. On the flip side, Haynes King is 8 of 13 for 114. See how it goes. All right, here we go. We got 6 minutes left. And we got a great one between Florida State and Georgia. This has been an excellent game. I've liked every minute of this game. It's a completion to start the drive. We've been waiting for college football. This game, I didn't think this game would be this entertaining, to be honest. I knew there'd be drama on the back end, but it's been good throughout. What did Heather Dinich say? Did she? Oh, she said that Bama will lose 4 games, right? I know. It seems like she doesn't like Alabama football very much. But again, the ratings. And clicks. I mean, you're in that business of the clicks and the ratings, By the way, coolest stadium. All right, here we go. Georgia Tech. Haynes King to the outside. Just short of that first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2, right? Lav, I appreciate you inside the comment box, man. I got all sorts of drinks up in here. Got the workout in. So we worked out at 6 this morning, and I didn't know if and I got back at midnight last night from Calera because the game went so long. By the way, Northridge beat Calera 30-27. Is it Calera or Calera? Calera or Calera? Somebody said something inside the comment box. Joel Harris in the playoffs. What's up, Southern Red? Yeah, Joel Klatt. All right, let's see what we got. 3rd and 2. Lav with our updates as well. And it's an offside. Oh, my goodness. It's a false start on Georgia Tech. They had a 3rd and 2. and you go backwards. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 7 for Georgia Tech. She really didn't like Bama after the SEC. Dude, I know. And I was talking about this earlier. I have a friend who loves Georgia football. We talk about this all the time on the show when I have it Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. They forget everything, Georgia fans. Like that game, the SEC championship game didn't even happen. All right, 21-21, 4 minutes and 52 seconds. You want a college football? We got it. 3rd and 7. Let's see what Haynes King can do. See if they can move the sticks. Outside, and it is going to be a good. Oh, there's a first down. All right, so they throw it out to. So it's Haynes King to another Haynes. There's a running back, and he picks up the first down in very dramatic fashion. He stopped before the first down. He's able to get it. What a play. What a throw. He puts a couple Florida State defenders on skates and moves the chain. So Georgia Tech still moving the football. Haynes King at quarterback, now 10 of 15 for 134 yards. Yo, this is a good game. Haynes King running. He's got 6, 7, 8 yards. Damn, this is fun. This is fun. Okay, I'm going to ask you at the 3-minute mark, the same thing I've been asking you. Type F for Florida State, type G for Georgia Tech. And then we'll go back and read the meltdown at Florida State. I appreciate you guys being here. This has been fun. I've been having a good time with it. Dublin, Ireland. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. 21-21. Up the middle. Georgia Tech still moving the ball, moving the chains, and picks up another first down. Arrgh. Southern Red, you're married to a Georgia fan? Oh, my goodness. That is some strong marriage. What do you guys do for the SEC championship game? What are you going to do on the 28th? Do you do separate rooms? See, if I was married to a Dallas Cowboy fan, I couldn't. I could never watch. I couldn't. It would stress me out. Because your significant other can twist those knobs on you more than anybody. King to the outside. Looks like he picked up 4 or 5. Jarvis, that's a great term. Scrappy. This guy. Type Y if you're impressed. He is a scrappy dude, man. I don't know how you... Southern Red, props to you. You must have the patience of a saint. Let me ask you this. Does he have amnesia? Separate dens. Does he have amnesia, though? Does he forget? 2-minute warning now. A new thing in... Hey, I thought there was a 2-minute warning. Yeah, there's a 2-minute warning. That's weird. Then why is it 1:58? I'll take one more timeout, and then we'll come back right here on Bama Football on YouTube. 21-21. This is going to be a hell of an ending right here in Dublin, Ireland. Be right back. Fam, what's up? Let's finish this out. 2 minutes to go. Georgia Tech is driving. I appreciate you guys being here. Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. As we got 60 people up in the house. What's up, fam? Appreciate you guys. Let's see what happens. 2nd and 7. Georgia Tech at the 40, the Florida State 40. And it's another gash up the middle. Man, this running back is really tough, man. I really, really like this guy. If I'm giving game balls out, I'm giving one to him. He's done a great job. I'm trying to see how many yards he has. Haynes has 11 attempts for 75 yards. 6.8 yards per carry. I'm not happy about that if I'm a Florida State fan. I'm just not. 3rd and 1. Lav a little bit ahead of us. 1st down, Georgia Tech, and they continue to move the ball. And thanks, Lav. We love you, man. And it's a timeout. It's like having a friend that's like 9 seconds ahead in the future. I love it. Well, see, because that's the problem. So when I'm doing this, I realized that YouTube TV, I'm like, what would you say, like 7 seconds behind cable. And that's a play, right? So I'm having a cable installed this week. They're coming, I don't know, at some point in time. And when they called me, I called Comcast. And I know I don't want to deal with Comcast, but, you know, I have to have a business expense. So they called me. I didn't even know. They were trying to sell me on Comcast. I didn't know that they have phone service. Not like dial-up, but like a cell phone carrier. Who uses Comcast as their cell phone carrier? Now, I will say that the deal that they offered me was pretty nice because it was so cheap compared to what I'm paying right now with Verizon. I need to switch from Verizon. It's just too expensive. Dang, you have Hulu with live TV and I'm ahead of people who have cable? Really, Mr. B? So Hulu's just an app too, right? Robert's saying this is a classic Jinx game. Hey, From with the 50 spot, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. We love you, man. I appreciate you. And thank you for being a supporter right here at Bama Football on YouTube. Robert's saying this is a classic Jinx game. The ending could go either way. 100%. If you challenge a Jinx without the counter jinxing, he will run right over you. Believe what your eyes are seeing. Evron, thanks, man, for hitting us with the super chat. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Josh Miller is saying, yeah, Hulu TV offers SEC Network, NFL Network, and all local channels. Hey, Josh, is that true about in terms of like them being up to speed as well? Huh, interesting. I didn't know that Hulu did it like that. The one thing that did kind of bug me about Hulu was the fact that they have so, and I guess I didn't pay for the premium at that time, but like it felt like the commercials were really long. I'm on YouTube TV and I'm a couple, I have Verizon 5G and it's great. $25 a month? Man, I need to get organized better. See, we need to have a collective like agreement because there's so many deals out. Look at this. Someone's paying because for Verizon, I'm also paying for the phones too, right? Because Caden has a phone, Lacey has a phone, I have a phone. I gotta go. Sundays I go to the grocery store early, 8. T-Mobile. I've had Verizon for a long. I used to have. Remember Sprint? Is Sprint still around? Anyone have Cricket? All right, we're getting to the back end of this game. I think there's under 2 minutes to go. On this stat board, it says a minute 11, and Florida State is trying to stop a late score, which would theoretically could end this game. It's 21-21. Georgia Tech's field goal kicker is warming up on the sideline, but Georgia Tech is still moving the football. It is first and 10, and Georgia Tech is getting closer to closer and closer to end zone territory. So Florida State fans definitely stressing. We'll go to their message board after this. All right, so another run up the middle by Georgia Tech, which they've been doing pretty much at will against Florida State. They saw it coming, and it looks like there's a minute now left in the game. Florida State has what? They just burned a timeout, so they have 2 timeouts remaining. Efron with the big 50 spot. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the product. It looks like they're taking a timeout. All right, under a minute. So this will be the game plan kind of for the back end of this. So what we'll do, Georgia Tech wins this. Let's do a Florida. Hey, thanks, Robert. I appreciate you, man. If Georgia Tech wins this game, let's do a Florida State meltdown reaction, and we'll go to War Chant over here. And we'll kind of read through the topics of their headlines. Now, if you want to read like the actual message board, you got to subscribe. I wouldn't do that to On3. But you got to look at, let's just look. These are the top headlines right now on War Chant's message board. Do we really let Tate walk over this guy? DJ, absolutely awful clock management. DJ has no pocket presence. Lundy is a massive liability. This loss will be on Mike Norvell. Hey, Robertson with the super chat as well. $50. Let's go. Appreciate you. We can't run the ball for squat. Looking like potentially a loss, but I don't blame the defense. Line of scrimmage. Now, wait. I think, look, but I don't blame the defense. I don't know. I think Georgia Tech, they've done a really good job rushing the football. I'm serious. If you go to the stats, I mean, you look at the comparison between the two teams. I mean, Georgia Tech, they've done a really good job running the football, right? Hey, Robertson with another $1.99. Hey, Robert, Ephraim, I appreciate you guys, man. Ephraim, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Holy cow, appreciate you guys. See, look at that. So on the defense, I think Georgia Tech's just done a good job. They have 200 yards rushing, right? 5.7 yards, that's a lot. And they have 3 rushing touchdowns as well. Now, I do think that Florida State, they haven't played terrible on defense. I just think that I think you got to give credit to Georgia Tech and Brant Key, in terms of they wanted to run the football. They ran it up the middle. I mean, Haynes King, he's been under pressure for sure. Hey, yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. 100%. Other headlines, line of scrimmage. Why do we have 2 safeties? 6:33 on the clock, and they bully us. 0-1. They are gashing. Thank you. Yeah, they are gashing you. 100%. Yeah, DJ's mediocre. Ireland jet lag. I don't know, man. Like, Georgia Tech beat you guys. They come out here with a dub. I mean, and the thing about it, if Georgia Tech is able to close this game out, I think we can all agree that Georgia Tech earned this victory. There wasn't no weird Georgia Tech. They earned this for sure. Getting things ready for my post game as well. Appreciate you guys being here. Looks like we got there's a minute left in this game. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness. The ball flies out. Haynes King's running around and they go backwards about, 10 yards. Unbelievable. How does stuff see the drama of this? Oh man, unbelievable! Bad snap. We know what that's like, right? So you go completely backwards, and now it's 3rd down and what? It's a loss of 11 yards. It's 21-21. Unbelievable. It's 3rd and 18. Oh, my goodness. If there's 55 seconds to go in this game. It's now 3rd and 18. They went back 11 yards after a bad snap. Run in with the 100 spot. My goodness, man. Woo! Hey, thank you, man. Thank you so much for supporting the product, man. College football's here. This is a celebration, right? Look, you're seeing it, okay? Oh, they throw to the outside. Looks like they're going to get, I don't know, let's call it 8 or 9. And going to be 4 seconds left on the clock. According to Lav, it's over. He's saying Georgia Tech's going to win on a field goal? Is that? He's ahead of us. Let's see what happens. And if they do, we'll go right into our post game. Let's see what happens here. Set to kick. They're gonna kick it. I haven't seen the final yet. Let's see what happens. Is it good? It was too long. Efron, I love you, bro. Thank you for taking care of me, man. Thank you so much. 5 seconds left. Holy cow. This is gut-wrenching. This is a gut-wrenching. If they make this is gut-wrenching for Florida State. 100%. I can't wait to go read the headlines of their message board. And that I'm going to open up the calls. You guys call in. When you call in, let's kind of jump to like some quick hit points so we can get, a few callers in the spot. I just want to cut like a Florida State meltdown video because I think it'll be funny. And Chris, you're right, bro. I get you, man. You're right. Still got to make the field goal. And this guy missed the earlier one. Watch Florida State come back and win this game. Who knows? The college football season's here. Here we go. It is good. Oh, my goodness. It is good. Wow. Dublin. Yo, oh, my goodness. Here we go. And we're doing our post game right now in 3, 2, 1. What's going on, everyone? It is Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Can I get a roll tide inside the comment box? Georgia Tech has just beat Florida State in Dublin, Ireland, okay? Look, a lot of respect to Georgia Tech in this game. A lot of respect to these guys. There was few that predicted this. Georgia Tech led by Brent Key. These are Robertson with another 100 spot. My goodness, people are celebrating the college football season. Look, I'm telling you, this is a gut-wrenching loss for Florida State. Okay, they came in an 11-point favorite, right? A lot of hype about this team, and they lose in Dublin, Ireland to Georgia Tech. Okay, off a last-second field goal. We'll walk you through it. I appreciate you guys being here. My goodness, what I want to do is go right to War Chant. Okay, War Chant is the site for Florida State. Okay, so you got to, if you want to read the stuff, you got to subscribe to their website. But let's go to it and read the headlines because this is a Florida State absolute meltdown. Okay, so here are the headlines on Florida State right away. We suck. We lose at least 4 games. Okay, do they suck? That wasn't the best performance, but credit to Georgia Tech and credit, number one, to Brent Key and their job that they did today, okay? We suck. We lose at least 4 games. Maybe so. Yeah, maybe so. We'll look at Florida State's schedule in just a second. I'm out, fellas. Somebody's already out, okay? Season record predictions. Please don't compare AZ Thomas. Okay, total surprise. I would agree with that. I mean, I think there's a lot of people that knew that there would be drama in this game. Wow, tackling was poor, jet lag. Willie T would be proud of this effort. Terrible analysis, line of scrimmage. Okay, so what I saw from this game, Okay, and we kind of looked at the stats of this game. Let's get a refresh, so make sure that the stats are up to date. What I saw in this particular game, and we'll dive into it real quick, and then I want to take a couple phone calls from you as well to talk about this Florida State team. Look, a couple game balls from me. Jamal Haynes from Georgia Tech ran for 11 carries, 75 yards. Very tough runner, and he had 2 touchdowns. Hanks King, he didn't have the best performance, but he was tough. This was a gritty performance from him. 11 of 16, 146 yards. And he also, he ran the ball for 54 yards off 15 carries. He was tough, right? He's a tough runner. On the flip side, let me ask you, inside the comment box right now, what is your assessment of DJU? Seriously, on a scale of 1 to 10, if he was your quarterback, would you be stressing? I would. Honestly. Look, these guys are paid. We can talk about him as pros. I wasn't overly impressed with him. 19 of 27, 193 yards. Now, I will say the last drive where he completed 2 fourth-down conversions, that was his best drive. And if he's going to play like that the rest of the season, that was really good. Couple takeaways. On that last drive, Roydell Williams, he scored a touchdown, 12 carries for 38 yards. They really went away from him. He had, a good first half. Didn't really see too much of him in the second half. Really like what he brought to the table. He looks good. Roydell Williams, type R for Roydell Williams. Guy did a great job. And then receiving-wise, Malik Benson came through. He has 4 receptions for 55 yards today. Almost came up with a touchdown. The last drive for Florida State was good. That was promising. Also like what Florida State's field goal kicker did. But other than that, my goodness, Florida State gets upset today by Georgia Tech. You know what? I would like to take some calls just to get some assessment. Just you keep the call, call in. Let's get a couple calls in. I just want some feedback on this first game of the season. What do you think about the opener and about kind of this meltdown of Florida State? Because, my goodness, I promise you this is gut-wrenching for the Florida State Seminole fans. So the call-in line number, if you want to just call, give me your take about Florida State real quick. We'll move them in. 205-850-1994. I knew that this game would be dramatic every single time. Look, it was pretty light. I knew, watching this game, I was like, nah, it was a stalemate. Credit to Georgia Tech for coming out and playing really good football. Thought they did a really good job today. Controlled it when they had to, fought back. That last drive had to be gut-wrenching for, Florida State fans. To watch Georgia Tech being able to drive the football down the field and then kick a field goal. Remember, this Georgia Tech team, they came into this game as an 11-point underdog. There was a lot of people out there that didn't feel that they could win this game. I think everybody inside game day picked. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Coach Saban didn't pick his own coach, right? And I'm telling you this, news before it happens. I think Brent Key would be a great target for an opening at a bigger program down the road. He doesn't get a lot of credit. We'll take this 901 and we'll take it right now. Hey, what's going on? You're on the line with Kyle Henderson. Who am I on the line with and where are you calling in from?
What's up, Kyle? It's Robert Lofton.
Hey, Robert.
I am your biggest fan.
Robert, what's up, man? Well, first of all, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you supporting the product.
And it's my pleasure. You are on the upswing, my friend.
Thank you, bro.
You are the man you are the best in your business.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have molded it around yourself, and it's beautiful.
Thank you, man.
I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
As a Tide fan.
Thank you so much. I think a lot of you guys have seen the growth of me, the growth of, going through kind of the transformation and having to adapt to different things within the channel. I'm honestly a business owner, and I like it, and I have a lot of gratitude to be in this space. And I have a lot of appreciation for you guys, too. So to be able to talk and to be able to celebrate college football, it's amazing. I'm seeing Brent Key right here walk off. So kind of give me your assessment of this game. I mean, Georgia Tech, that's this gritty team. They didn't kind of luck out. Yeah. They won this football game against the top 10 team.
Yeah. They came out to play. And you can tell they prepared for this game all spring long. And it is good to see them. They blossom at the right time against a team that is now devastated.
Yeah.
This was a devastating loss for Mike Norvell. especially after losing the way they did to Georgia, and especially after making such a stink about it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to make a stink about losing or not getting a position in the playoff or something like that, you better bring the stuff to next season. And he's not.
Yeah. And that was the thing, too. That's why, look, I feel that Mike Norvell, he brought back Florida State, but the back end, how they handled it, I didn't like it. He complained. What I would have done,
I didn't either.
Because what it did was it led to a bunch of players hitting the transfer portal and making that game against Georgia meaningless.
Yeah.
You know what? That was an opportunity for Florida State to beat Georgia. You get an opportunity to play Georgia, you take it to them. And Georgia blew them out. So I didn't like how the back end was handled. And right now, I mean, you look at the comments right now on warchant.com if you want to, subscribe to their website to read them. But, I mean, you see it's a complete meltdown. This is gut-wrenching. You imagine sitting back on that 8-hour flight thinking about the rest of Florida State's season?
The beginning of the season, Kyle, at the beginning of the season, that is devastating. There's no way for that not to affect the entire team the rest of the season. But, he has an opportunity to succeed, so I wish them well. Yeah,
thanks. Anything else you want to hit on while we have you on?
I am ready for this season, bro. I am so excited to see the next level of Roll Tide. Now, I've listened. I'm always in my Roll Tide, and I live smack dab in the middle of the most hateful territory of the Tide, Tennessee. I live in Memphis.
Oh, my goodness.
So they are talking to me all the time. Just yesterday, I had to make a poignant point that we have 18 of these. How many do you have?
I know, man.
Just yesterday. So I'm trying to take the day off, enjoying Kyle Henderson doing the best of any broadcaster on a Saturday where it's the beginning of the football season. I'm so proud of you.
Hey, thanks, man.
I'm so proud of you for being a Tide. I'm so proud of your success, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Hell yeah, man.
Take us on home to the next championship, Kyle.
All right, man. Take it easy. All right. Yeah, good call. And that, I need to update the final scoreboard too, +3 on the bottom. I do all of it by myself. So you should see the setup that I have here. It's all we're about to fly a plane. Yo, this is crazy. The football season is here, and Georgia Tech has beaten Florida State. I knew in my soul that it would be a dramatic game. And here Georgia Tech is. Let's look at. Let me ask you this. Okay, well, first we'll look at Georgia Tech's schedule, and let me just ask you, how many games do you think they'll win? And then we'll go back to Florida State, and I'll ask the same question. Okay, and then I'll probably eat some Wingstop or something like that, and watch some more college football. Okay, so let me ask you right now. We're looking at Georgia Tech's schedule. Okay, they win this game. They're 1-0. Georgia State, you got to think they win. At Syracuse, let's say they win that one as well. Look, these guys are going to climb the rankings. They just beat a top 10 team, VMI. Then they go to Louisville. Yo, how many games is – look, you got to think, okay, here we go. North Carolina and Notre Dame back-to-back, and then West Virginia or Virginia Tech, and then Miami. Okay, so their back end gets a little dicey, having games at North Carolina, Notre Dame, and Georgia. But this team is going to win a lot of games. And Brent Key, man – hats off to him. People who didn't know, we knew about Brent Key because he's part of the Alabama ecosystem right under Nick Saban. Okay, so on the flip side, let me ask you this. How many games is Florida State going to win? Okay, they already lost one. Boston College, they should have lost this last year. Josh is filling the Wingstop. Me too, man. Okay, Memphis. Okay, they'll win that. The schedule's light, so they could definitely bounce back. But, I mean, look, the game against Clemson, that game, who knows? They should have lost that game as well last year. Duke played them close. At Miami, North Carolina. Look, I'm not just saying this. Are you with me that Florida State could lose some game? I mean, this isn't going to be the only game that they lose. You guys with me? Right? Yeah, I don't know. Sound off inside the comment box. I don't know. Josh is saying 7-5. It's not good. Let's take one more look at the Florida State War Chant message board just to see what they're saying on the site. I think it's hilarious. Our fans are comical. Season records. They're predicting that. Norvell, go get yourself a real DC. Georgia Tech did a great job running the ball. Wow, we just got outplayed and outcoached. DJ, no more mercenaries. Let's be honest. The climb to 11-1 starts now. Line of scrimmage, total surprise. We lost both the trenches, no identity. I don't know. I just, the meltdown. So if you want to read more of the meltdown, go over to the Florida State website. Just really comical to check it out. I mean, look, we knew it was going to be dramatic. Here it is right in front of us. And I appreciate you guys rocking with me today as we, go about the college football season. What a start. Man, that was a really good start to the college football season. I appreciate you guys being here. Let me put up I'll take a couple more calls before we dip out. The call line is 205-850. And we'll continue right here on Bama Football. My goodness, that was a damn good game. Not gonna lie. Oh man, Florida State, man. It just every single year, it just completely, it's always funny to just watch it. Meltdown. That's what I'm going to title this. I'm doing something on the back end. I appreciate you guys being here. Bama Football on YouTube. My name is Kyle Henderson. And, it was just funny to watch all kind of the reactions come in. I mean, I can't even imagine being a Florida State fan and, losing like that. Ouch. That is just a terrible way to go in the first. And it stings. It's ugly. It's a game they should have won. We'll take another call. 865. Hey, you're on the line. Is this Angel again?
Yes.
Angel, what's up, man? Let's have it, man. I mean, my goodness.
What happened? Say what happened?
Yeah, I know.
They embarrassed themselves on television. I'm just laughing right now. I'm having the time of my life right now. Florida State sucks. Overrated, overhyped, garbage, trash can team. They should stop complaining and get better at recruiting. Plain and simple.
I mean,
let them right. What happened last year?
Hey, I could totally look. I'm kind of feeling that, because of the way that it, the end of the season went down. First of all, before we talk about Florida State, what is your thoughts about this Georgia Tech team?
Yeah, the surprising factor is Haynes King. Where was that at Texas A&M? Where was that at? I don't know where it was, but something happened. And that running back, too, Haynes, that dude's a special player. And those guys in the trenches, man, they definitely hand it to Florida State to get them down in the trenches. I mean, I have a Florida State fan that I work with. I'm going to ask him that a little bit when he gets to work here, but he's probably not going to be happy about that. I told him, what happened? Easy win, I guess, but nope. Georgia Tech, they something else. They special, man.
Let me ask you too about let me ask you about Brent Key, because I don't know, for whatever reason he doesn't get a lot of attention. I think people now know who he is and the type of coach he is.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on Brent? I mean, because look, he was the offensive line coach here. It took him a little bit of time to get things going at Georgia Tech, but I think this is certainly a notable win. People are going to be talking about him. I don't think he stays at Georgia Tech much longer. Your take. Go ahead, man.
He's going to get calls.
Yep, 100%.
He's definitely going to get calls. And it's just crazy, man. Like, they were bashing him because he was being an interim head coach, but no, this guy really cared about the team and that he cared about the future of the program. And plus, he went under Nick Saban, so he knows what it takes. Just like Kirby Smart, Mike Loxley, all these other guys that Nick Saban has coached or had in his, inner circle coaching tree. I'm just really impressed with Georgia Tech and Brent Key. He's a hell of a coach. He's not going to stay at Georgia Tech much longer, I'll tell you that. Like, someone's going to grab him up because he knows what the hell he's doing, and he's just a hell of a coach. And I mean, he outcoached Mike Norvell pretty bad. Like, it was crazy.
Well,
Mike Norvell, man.
Look, they had a game plan to come in and run the football, and they did that. And I think Florida State, they have a really good defensive line, and they did get pressure to Haynes. But man, that quarterback's tough. Let me ask you this: let's switch gears and talk about Florida State's quarterback. What'd you think about him? And let's pretend we're Florida State fans, me and you. What are we saying about the quarterback play?
I mean, he's not that good. I mean, he's just,
No, I'm serious. Like, what are you saying?
he's just no good.
Look, now
Young was way better in high school, and still is.
look, this is what I'm saying about.
He looks lost out there.
Look, this is what I'm saying. If I'm a Florida State fan about DJU, the play, I'm saying if he can play like he did in the final drive when they converted 2 4th downs, you're good. Okay, like that was impressive. 2 4th down conversions, threw a bullet to Malik Benson. That was good. Now the bad, he's okay. I get it. Pocket style quarterbacks aren't known for their mobility. He can't move around at all. Like, zero mobility.
No.
He can't even run for like 4 yards. Okay. Accuracy, not really impressed with it. If he's my quarterback, I'm worried. I don't think he can take you to an ACC championship. I don't think that he can lead you past Notre Dame. I don't think that he can lead you past North Carolina. I mean,
SMU is a hell of a good team. They got a pretty good schedule.
Mm-hmm.
You should look it up right now for SMU. I mean, I see them being a favorite in the ACC title game. Like, SMU, they're pretty good, man. They got their quarterback. They got a pretty good schedule too, but DJ ain't the guy. He ain't the man. I mean, he looked lost out there. He looks overweight. He can't really know where to put the ball at.
See,
he missed 2 guys earlier in the game.
This is what on War Chant someone's saying. No point in wasting a year with DJ. See?
No.
I mean, I don't know who else they have. I don't know who else they have. Behind him. But if I'm,
I mean, they're in trouble.
Yeah, here's
the guy. Might as well go back to Brock Glenn.
Here's their schedule. Boston College up next. That's not a gimme.
Yeah,
Boston College should have beat him last year.
Yeah.
Larry Large, I
wouldn't be shocked if they beat him this year again. I don't know. Or they beat him. I don't know. But Florida State, man, they got to be up in arms right now because what we saw just happened. And Frank Key, he's an up-and-coming coach. I believe he's going to be a title contender pretty soon for the ACC title soon.
Hey,
Mike Norvell and Deborah Sweeney. It is what it is, man.
Larry, it looks like Earl Little Larry Large inside the comment box was asking on Earl Little. Looks like he had a tackle. I don't know how many plays he got in, but I looked quickly on the stats and it says he has 1 tackle. So, look, I was impressed with Roydell Williams. I thought they should have used him a little bit more. Yeah. Maybe the game plan. I don't know. And I get it. They were playing from behind or whatever. But Malik Benson, look, he looked good. That was the best that he looked. He never looked like that at Alabama, unfortunately.
No.
It sucks. I like his game. Good. No, I know. I like his game. He was a little bit injured, but we wish him well. He's good. He's really good.
Yeah.
But Florida State is not good. That's a top 10 team.
That's
I knew.
A big what TF moment right there.
Yeah, man. Whew. Oh, that was wild.
Oh man.
Anything else that you got?
I gotta be crazy now. No. That's pretty much all I have. It's a nice, savory, laughing ceremony moment because they deserved it because they were a clown. They made a clown of themselves last year.
At the end, for sure. Yeah.
The playoffs. Same thing would have happened. I mean, it's just pathetic of them, Petty. I mean, I don't know what to tell them, but get better, I guess. But that's all I got for you today.
All right,
man.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate taking my call once again.
Of course, man. All right,
Roll
see you,
Tide,
buddy.
Man.
Roll Tide to you, man. All right, that was my boy Angel out in Pigeon Forge. Here's a look at the rest of the schedule today. You have Montana State taking on New Mexico. No, I went to New Mexico State. So New Mexico is like my rival, right? It's like, New Mexico is in Albuquerque. New Mexico State's in Las Cruces. They're taking on Montana State. Who knows what could happen in that game, too? I don't know. It looks like it's going to be on Fox Sport Network. I'll be watching that. It's at 3. So I got 30 minutes to place an order at Wingstop and grab the bag. SMU, Angel's been talking about SMU taking on Nevada. Games at 7. And then how about this is a weird one. Delaware State going to Hawaii to play, in that matchup. So here we are, and we made it to the college football season. Did you guys have fun? That was crazy. Oh, my goodness. All right, before we go, just for the sake of it, let's give War Chant just one more refresh, see if anything else came up. All right, LB play cost us the game and will kill us this year. Fuller hate, can't believe we blew a botch snap. That was crazy, too, because that put Georgia Tech in really bad position there at the back end of the game. What's our D-line salary? Our fans are comical. Okay, wow. We just got outplayed and outcoached. Yeah, 100%. And that wasn't one of these games. Sometimes a game ends and you're just like, I don't know. There was something happened. No. Like Georgia Tech just beat Florida State straight up. Like that was it. That's exactly what happened. So, New Mexico State beat Auburn. Yeah, hell yeah. We need to get a video game matchup with the alma maters. NMSU and Troy. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I'll take that. No, but I played on NCAA football with New Mexico State. Ooh, it was rough now that Diego Pavia bounced out. All right. Sean Murphy. Yeah, could have. Yeah, he went over there too. I always forget about him. All right, fam. I appreciate you guys rocking with me today as we kicked off the college football season. Kyle Henderson and Bama Football on YouTube. Special thanks to Robert and Ephraim for hooking us up with some super chats today. We really appreciate those. They go a long way. That's literally how I make a living as well as fan funder. So I know there's, thank you. Every bit helps. Same thing with thumbs up. You see a video out there by myself, hit the thumbs up on it. And I appreciate you guys joining today. I do all the graphics, all the work myself. So, every once in a while, if there's like an error or something like that, I'll definitely do my best job to clean it up. And, I try to my best always to, do the best that I can right here on Bama Football on YouTube. So thank you so much for joining us today. It was fun. I mean, college football definitely here. I appreciate you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. There's more college football. Turn it on. Enjoy it. Coach Saban on game day. Florida State. Think about this. Imagine being a Florida State fan and I don't know, flying. I'm sure, imagine them flying back. Just thinking about this season. Ugh. Oh, man. They're going to want that beverage cart open up. Stat. All right, fam. I love you guys so much. I'm going to be eating some wings, chilling, watching college football. This was wild. Hell of a start to the college football season as Georgia Tech beats Florida State. My goodness. Kyle Anderson, Bama Football on YouTube. Catch me live 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. We got a game. Next Saturday. We got a game here in Tuscaloosa. I love you, fam, and I'll catch up with you soon. One more